Wait, you think that's bad? My mind is blown. My world has been turned upside down.
It's the kind of art that you get when something like graffiti gets institutionalized.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because like
Absolutely,
if
yes.
graffiti is part of the normal art
The new
ecosystem,
norm.
you get pretentious shit like that. The new norm.
Name drop. We're live, by the way.
We are live.
Hello.
Well, yeah, we're doing the countdown intro, but go
Okay,
ahead.
I
here
mean,
comes
yeah.
the big
I like
countdown.
that.
It's the cold open.
I do see the little number ticking down.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. We do it. You don't have to stop the conversation. I like this conversation.
I mean, yeah. I kind of want to continue this conversation on the show because
All right,
there are things we could talk about with Harry about this.
about the new norm.
About the new norm.
Yeah, audience,
What a
you thought
good
you
show.
tuned in to thinking we're gonna talk about the new norm. We're just gonna talk about Banksy and graffiti, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, a new
Suckered
norm is
once
graffiti
again.
on the eyes.
Yeah. I would describe a new norm as like a figure of egotism, or whatever you said.
I don't think he said that, but probably. All right, welcome everybody to Degeneracy Live episode 60. This is was it Happy Hold a Kitten Day or something like that?
Happy Don't Step on a Bee Day? Or was that
Happy
the...
Kill a Kitten Day.
Happy Kill
Yeah.
a Kitten Day. Oh, over where
This is
you're at,
unbelievable.
Harry, it's the 13th, right?
That is correct.
Oh wow,
Ow.
That was-
What's it like?
the future.
Are there any interesting holidays on the 13th that I can be celebrating?
It was Scott
Friday 13th.
Henson's birthday. The nearest liquid to you have to pour out in honor. What's the nearest
Well, I
liquid?
just drank water, so does that count?
No.
I'm pouring
I'm
it
asking
out.
Harry. It's the 13th where he's at.
I'd rather not pour anything out. It might get on my my drawing tablet.
Wow. I see. How egoish.
Being a fucking artist and all that.
The 13th is
Or-
National
or-
Barbershop Music Appreciation Day, so you better get on that.
Oh, that's
Wow.
every day.
Yeah.
I fucking love barbershop music. If you don't like barbershop music,
All right.
me and you are gonna have to fight.
Siri, Harry's on the show here, so we gotta tone down the profanity. That there's no racism, no sexism on the show.
Things
See,
I
our,
would
our
never-
audience just all left right there, just from that.
I was gonna say, I think that might be a bit of a challenge, Paulie.
Like, swearing is bullying.
It is
Yeah.
bullying, isn't it?
It could be construed
We're
as
gonna
that,
talk
yeah.
about that.
I mean,
Where's your wife?
Did we talk? Oh, she's asleep right now.
Oh,
Pick her
okay.
ass up.
I'm not gonna wake her up to do the show
For content.
for content. For content, I guess so. I mean, it's just. I mean, I didn't. Did I talk about this on the show?
You did.
Yeah, we did.
Okay,
Alright.
we did.
All right, I got fired from my job at Wegmans because I said a curse word
Because you
to
fucking
a coworker.
shot someone.
Yeah, I didn't know that would be as consequential. But the
This fucking
I thought-
trigger generation.
I thought I had 3 strikes.
All right, how are
It's
you?
like in GTA where you get the one free crime. So you can shoot someone in the head and get away with it, but then you take a car. That's when they get on your ass.
You get a
Yeah.
wanted rating.
Yep.
It's just like being in the workforce.
Yeah.
How is Harry today? How is Harry? That's how you ask questions.
How is Harry?
Harry's all right, all things considered.
Excellent, excellent. Before the show started, we were talking a little bit about. I know this is supposed to be about the new norm, but I wanna completely
This is
deviate.
the prelude. Some of the topics we may discuss.
We were talking about graffiti.
Yeah. Because
Well, mostly your video.
I got reminded of your graffiti video and of the
Not
backlash
one
that
of my
had happened.
best, but it's all right.
I like that video.
Yes.
I thought it was alright.
I think, yeah, I think the gags are a little weak to me. Like, because the way I try to structure those kind of videos where it's just, like this kind of rapid fire, it's like you want a couple of like just super solid gags, and then you can sort of have gags that are a little thinner in between and sort of space them out. Whereas I feel like I didn't really land any like super solid, like that's a good gag gags.
I
So
like
it
the
was all
one
just
where-
kind of thin all the way through.
I like the Banksy dissertation, and I think it's good.
I do think that's probably my favorite part of the video, because it was something that was nice to get off my chest.
I mean, yeah. Any opportunity to disparage Banksy is alright.
Well, it's just because I I don't want to be like one of those people who's like, well, unpopular opinion, and then say something that's been said 1 trillion times.
You're
But
not
Yeah.
Banksy.
You would instead
no.
say controversial as it may be.
Well, it's just earnestly, when I made that, I don't think I had ever heard anyone critique Banksy. Like, not that I'd gone looking for it or anything, but it's just like I'd only
I was
ever
the same.
heard
I mean,
positive things, and I saw there were people in the comments who were like, "You're so right, Banksy sucks," and I was like,
I
"I'm
mean,
glad
yeah.
I'm not the only one to think that way."
yeah.
but it's
Most people
just-
who are not part of like massive art spaces think that he's a pretentious douchebag. So now you
Who,
know.
who
Yeah,
are you
it-
polling
is it-
for that?
Okay, so I gotta ask this because the way Bronze worded this video, it's gotten more and more fuzzy. What do you actually think about graffiti, Harry?
I don't like it.
Okay.
Wow.
It's
what-
it's
In what way?
Yeah, like yeah.
it's I mean, it's vandalism first and foremost, right? So that's kind of I
Womp
think that's a
womp.
pretty major
Did you say womp
factor
womp?
that
Go ahead.
it's a pretty major factor that I think gets overlooked, that it is the destruction of
I mean-
property, potentially private property.
I
And
agree with that.
It's also just like 99.999 times out of 100 really freaking ugly. So it's just like
Yes.
there's just not much of an argument for being like, oh, hey, that guy just, spray painted gigantic genitals on that wall, but hey, he sure livened it up. It's like, no,
I mean,
I'd rather
That-
just have the
that's-
wall.
I
That's
would
not-
argue that if we only saw art that would exist within the confines of the system as valid,
The system.
that would be a sort of arbitrary line to make.
Sorry.
I'll say
Uh,
though, because
I don't
This might be
really,
from-
because I don't see it as like, oh, art is only art if it's in a gallery. It's not that kind of thing. It's just I don't think
Haven't you heard of DeviantArt?
it's anyone's business to be forcing their self-indulgence onto the world in that way, to just say, no, you have to see my ugly rubbish because I am going to go and ruin someone's wall by spraying a bunch of nonsense on it.
Oh no, a wall.
Oh,
Someone's anything, someone's car, like whether it's,
I mean, yeah, if
Target
it's
train,
if
building,
it's someone's fucking
anything.
car, if it's someone's
I
actual
don't-
property, but like
don't,
a wall.
I don't,
Well, the wall's
I
still
don't
his property.
I don't
I'll
see
say
that
this.
as a meaningful differentiation to be like, oh, well, if it's the government's wall, that's totally different to if it's just some random guy's wall. It's like, it's still, as far as everyone who is not the guy that owns the wall is concerned, you're dealing with exactly the same ugly nonsense. Someone still has to pay for cleaning it up, right? It's,
Yes.
I really do not understand the sort
I
of...
think a lot of
I agree with what you said.
I
there.
feel like a lot of your issues with graffiti. I'm sure you understand the reason why graffiti became popularized and how that has sort of shaped the reasons why graffiti gets made in the first place.
Yes, because a lot of very shallow and self-indulgent people are deluding
Indulgent.
themselves into thinking they are making a statement and fighting the system and whatever the hell.
not
when
really-
really
Is the only
they're just
graffiti artist
making
you
a-
know, Banksy?
they're just making a mess in search of nothing in particular.
Yeah, I will ask Harry. That's not like that. That's not the reason why everyone does graffiti. Some people just like making art, right?
I
Not
mean,
everyone is trying to make some big profound
mean-
statement with what they do.
But
That's why
people who-
tagging is so popular.
That's just
people
writing
who
your name on.
People who tag are not making art. They're just trying
They
to
are.
get attention
They-
for them.
No, that's all
right. It is
Oh, come
entirely
on.
attention
You're
seeking.
making attention for you're making attention for yourself when you upload things on YouTube.
Oh, come
it's just
on,
that
Siri.
one person.
That's you,
I mean,
you just spray painting your name on like a train car
How
is
can
not.
you? I don't know. I don't understand how you can say it's not art. I can understand why you don't like it, but like it is
Yeah.
art.
Cause it's just a name.
Tagging?
Just because
It's
it's
just
illegal
te-
art doesn't
Was
mean
it-
it's not a drawing.
Was it art when you spray painted the fucking Trump sign?
Okay, first of all, that's not proven that I did or did not do that, but because I didn't. Second of
mean,
all,
like-
that doesn't
Yeah,
that
it
doesn't
wasn't. I
that
just fucking
doesn't
said that to you.
that doesn't change anything of what I'm saying. It's just like writing your name on like a train car or something. I don't think there's any like meaningful artistic expression when the point of it is just to show I was here. I'm making my mark on the world here, but
I mean, yeah, that is the artistic statement being made.
it's not why I make art.
Is that the common person can become sort of have that sort of notoriety through the means of
It's
art
a
because
very-
graffiti predominantly
It's nothing to do with being the common person. It's to do with being the uncreative,
absolutely is.
unimaginative, and
it
talentless.
absolutely is.
Oh,
The
come on.
common person can get a canvas or a piece of
the
paper.
reason
They
graffiti
don't-
got popularized is because art is so like sheltered to people who are higher up in society.
Dollar Tree.
It's
What the
not.
fuck are
It's
you
like
talking
you
about,
can.
Drake?
Yeah,
You can-
the art world is completely institutionalized by like the higher society
Well, the
and like
fine
the
art
average.
world is sure, but like that is not. It's not what this is. This is not about saying, "Oh, I'm going to have." Like here's like tagging is not about here's my idea for a painting that I want everyone to see. It's just shouting into the void, "Hey, I exist. Notice me."
I mean, you say that like it's a bad thing, and that's
I-
like
I
the
mean,
If
artistic
you're
I mean,
statement
ruining
when
being
someone
you're
made.
else's
ruining some-
property, it is a bad thing.
I'll say this. Okay.
Like,
it
you can
ruining,
say,
really?
look,
We keep
Yes.
bringing up
just
train cars.
because
I want to
just
I want
because
to say
it
this the other
can
way.
be argued that it is some kind of art just does not make it a net positive, right? Like you could carve a pretty nice picture into the sternum of the guy you just murdered, right? That
That
doesn't
is
make
not
it a
equivalent
good.
at all.
That doesn't make it a good idea.
Well, his point is that if you're making art with it, that doesn't like exculpate you from what
Yeah,
you
I
were
mean, yeah,
doing.
I'm sure the people making graffiti know it's illegal.
Yeah.
Well, yes, but I mean,
Well, I'm
we're
sure
not
they
just
do.
saying it.
Well,
We're not just saying it's bad
they
just
are-
because it's
they-
illegal. It's
They're making excuses for it, and which is what everyone who's in
Do you
favor
think
of
all crime is
graffiti
bad?
do.
People don't make excuses for it a lot of the time, and you probably won't see it this way, and that's fine if you don't see it this way. Some of the honor of doing graffiti comes from the fact that you're risking going to fucking jail to do it. A lot of the time, not
the
everyone fucking
honor.
tags. Some people make murals. Some people make pretty good
Some
murals.
people fight
Even
for our
put on-
country.
There's-
Some people spray paint. Stop funding genocide on the
When
side
the
of the
fuck
Walmart.
did I compare this to going to the military?
You said
Well,
it's
you-
onorous.
You described it as honorable.
Yeah, okay, sorry, I couldn't find a better word to describe it.
Come on.
I mean, yeah, independent. I mean, that is part of like the independence of art, like the statement that graffiti is trying to make, that like the average person can create art that can be viewed by people without the need of all the systems in place.
Harry, I want to
Yes, but
clarify, by
that
the way,
can-
this wasn't
that can-
meant to be just like a
I mean,
drop
yeah,
on you.
I
This
did-
wasn't
I
the
did-
point
I
of
did
this.
not
Yeah,
expect-
but that can still be done without defacing someone else's property. That's
Personally.
that's the issue here. Is you
I
don't
think
need
the-
to be
I think
you don't
the-
need to be a vandal in order to put something you've made in a public space.
I think the
Or to
difference
get
in
it to be seen,
ideology here.
especially in the internet age, there's just no argument for this.
But graffiti
Right.
didn't come
It's
around
like-
in the internet age. So
Yeah,
people
but
who like graffiti
it still
still
exists
exists.
in the internet age. Right?
People who like
If
graffiti
you're-
are still going to make it though.
If your well, that's the problem. If your argument is, oh, graffiti there is a reasonable side to the existence of graffiti because at some point in time it was too hard to get into an art gallery that was too closed off and too elitist. Whereas if you do graffiti, more people can see your work. Guess what? More people can see your work on
DeviantArt.
Twitter or on DeviantArt than will ever see it on the side of a stupid train, right? In
Okay, stop
in
bringing up
one
trains.
city, in one place, that's going to
Hang on,
get
let him
painted
finish.
over after 3 days, right? So that argument just does not function anymore in the modern day society.
Stop bringing up trains. I'm
I
sorry.
feel
This
like-
is just an autistic thing. No one in train companies gives a fuck. That's why they don't get painted over.
Well, they
They don't give a
okay.
fuck about the graffiti
they
on the
do.
trains.
They do though, because it's like I mean, even if they do or
The
don't,
fucking stupid gay
like
rail
there's people
police
that
do,
don't
not the train
that
companies.
don't want their stuff painted on. Even if they even if someone does it and they're like, oh well, that's fine. It doesn't mean that you have justification to do it. Like
I think-
just
I'm just saying it's just
indiscriminately to
I'm saying
anyone.
stop fucking bringing that up because it's stupid.
I think
not
that
stupid.
the larger ideological difference here is, one, I sort of don't like how you're assuming the intent of the artist based solely on the art, but also that you're weighing the legality, or I guess the morality of it, and like you're weighing the like legality of it over the artistic expression, when I think that the artistic expression justifies it not really mattering.
No,
I agree.
I completely disagree. Like I said, you don't get to like kill a guy and be like, "Well, that was my performance art, so it's
you're not-
okay."
Well,
I
alright,
feel like
let's-
a better
let's compare
description
apples
of it
here.
is that you're inconveniencing the person who owns the wall.
Well, you're not allowed to inconvenience the guy that owns the wall.
Oh yeah, the
Like, there's a law-
inconveniencing is the worst
that
thing
is-
someone could do. Yeah.
Well,
But
yeah.
you
I
don't
mean,
get to do it. Is completely in. This is this sort of the irony of complaining about elitists while having this completely entitled idea that you can just ruin or destroy or damage someone else's property and be like, well, I'm just inconveniencing them, so what does it matter? It's like, well, if it's just an inconvenience, then don't bother doing it. Like, it's totally self-indulgent and totally entitled.
hi, Daniel.
I think that's
It
under
serves
the impression.
absolutely no societal purpose.
I think that's
other
under
than-
the impression that laws are made for that reason when they're usually not.
I
This
want
one pretty obviously is.
I mean, we weren't making the argument. I mean, I guess I wasn't making the argument that it's bad because it's illegal. I just think it's bad because you're damaging someone else's
it's
property.
not bad
without
because
permission.
it's illegal. It's illegal because it's bad.
In this case, I agree. But
In this case, like not all all laws are good, but you can't just say because not all laws are good, we have carte blanche to dismiss all laws. Because by the same token, say, well, hey, if no graffiti laws are stupid law, then let's just murder people. Once again, like, because that's a law, so laws are stupid.
hi,
You think
Daniel.
about murder a lot. You got something like going on you want to tell us?
Have you done something, Harrison?
Hey.
I want to compare this.
That's-
to
You
something-
that's
asked whether
irrelevant.
We should kill Banksy before, you know.
I mean, yeah,
I asked that.
that is justified.
Okay, you can't say that, please.
I would rather compare this to something not than murder because if you compare
Well,
graffiti
it's
to
the-
murder, that's pretty far apart. I would say.
Well, it's to
Inconveniencing someone
emphasize
is-
that,
I'm
like-
just saying, if you're making a blanket statement
yeah.
about criminal activity, then they are both criminal activities.
I mean, I would argue that murder is illegal because it like causes harm to the person and the person that
Well,
people that person is around. But graffiti is illegal because vandalism is illegal. Vandalism really has no harm to a person.
I mean,
Yeah, but it
I
has
mean, robberies
fiscal
doesn't.
harm. If you have to pay for destroyed or damaged property, that is fiscal damages.
I mean, robbery,
here's my
like
question.
robbery
Paint
also
damage.
doesn't cause physical harm if you like someone burglarizes your home, but like it's still you can't do it because.
I mean,
it's
yeah, that's why
damaging someone's property,
I'm
like-
just explaining why comparing it to that is like not great.
Well,
Let's
it's
remove
to emphasize that
the-
that saying that laws are created not because they're bad, but because the system, like it's to emphasize that like that's not a blanket statement.
What about legal graffiti walls, like graffiti on walls like that? What do you think about that?
Well, that's a
There are
I mean-
lots of those that exist.
Outside of
Well, yes,
outside
there
of the
are,
vandalism
and I
stuff.
think once again
Yeah.
they're usually pretty ugly, but I have no qualms with those, like on a moral level or whatever. Like obviously, yeah. That's
Well,
fine.
the difference is because they're consenting to this happening.
Yeah, no,
the-
that is just
This
is
low
that-
life behavior.
Well, in many occasions they're commissioning it, right? It's not just like because a lot of those sort of walls are not just like, obviously, I think some people have the walls that are just like, oh, paint whatever you want here. But often, you know, just sort of murals and things like that. They're like, find an artist. They're like, hey, paint a thing here.
Yeah, that's not what I'm talking. I'm talking about like actually
Pretty up my
mural.
wall.
Paying for someone to pretty up your wall is a different thing.
Yes.
Yeah, while it is
That's,
kind
I
of
don't
graffiti.
think that, I don't think that's part of the discussion here, but
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that is also like because people do tend to sort of conflate graffiti and murals, and I think there is sort of a pretty significant
murals are
difference in
commissioned.
an art piece versus
So
someone
if-
tagging a
if-
frame.
So if a mural of typical mural quality was not commissioned, that was just put on a wall, would that be different?
No, it's still like even it's like high quality, well drawn graffiti is still graffiti. Like if someone artfully burgles your house without breaking anything, versus if they just kind of smash in and bust it up, it's like, well, they've still burgled your house.
Yes.
See, this is why it's difficult. You can't really compare any other crime to vandalism.
well,
especially
well,
graffiti.
I don't agree with that.
Well,
Because-
earlier
because
your argument
graffiti
was
is not breaking a window or killing somebody.
graffiti is still just damaging property.
It's paint
It,
damage.
it might as
Is there a
well
better
be
word
breaking.
for that,
If
I
you
think?
think that fucking bad, Drake.
It might as well be breaking a window. Like if you have to pay to replace a window, you have to pay to have a wall painted over. Those are two things.
I
Even
mean,
though
the-
they haven't like smashed the wall, this is still like fiscally and functionally, you have to pay to get it fixed and get it back the way it was before.
I mean, I do agree that graffiti is sort of demonized in society because it's seen as like a financial blow to whoever owns the property, but like,
That's,
again, I
that's
feel
the whole
like
reason why it's a crime because
I feel
it's-
like the
But
anti-authority.
I would argue
I feel like
the
the
reverse of that is
anti-authoritative-
it's put on a pedestal for very sort of spurious, like it is elevated to this kind of mythical status of, you know,
The people's art.
counterculture, and it's
I mean,
the
yeah, it
people.
is.
Yeah, it's people's art. It's street art. It's, you know, there's that kind of like this
I will ad-
this
I will admit.
truth to power edge. But it's like that's not
I'll be
what's
right back.
happening when
I
someone
will
is just
admit.
like
I will give to
putting
you.
their name on a building.
I will give to you that while the wider movement does and should have like that anti-authoritative like freedom and individualism within art ethos, I will admit there's a lot of posers who just like think
Yeah.
it looks cool.
Well, this is the thing, is I think it is the vast majority of graffiti that exists is not even an attempt at creating something with artistic merit. It is just using vandalism as a shortcut to make something that gets noticed.
yes.
Because it's easier
Yes.
to break something or to deface something than to create something from scratch. And obviously that is, you know, it's like, hey, if you can't get into a gallery, what are you going to do? You're going to build your own art gallery, right? Like that's a pretty insane, you know, level
yeah.
of complexity to have to go to.
I mean,
And
there's a
so-
reason why graffiti is often seen in like poorer urban like places within the country, and it's because of that. It's
Crime.
because normal art. Like, shut up. It's because normally
I mean,
like art is very gate kept by class.
Yeah.
I mean, you can
yes,
buy an
but-
easel and paint from Dollar Tree and put it up on.
You can buy an easel and shut the fuck up.
That's
you
not.
fucking-
Oh, well, what's
I mean,
wrong with what I said?
In theory, yes, you can do this, but who the fuck is going to notice you?
I mean,
As many people as
I-
are going to notice if you tag a wall.
I mean,
Not really. What are you
I
gonna do?
do-
Put that easel
I
and
do
paint
also-
on the fucking wall?
I do also admit that like
No,
with
that's
the internet
still
and making
vandalism.
independent art is a lot easier, but I feel like at that point like sort of-
the reason why, I mean, I guess personally, the reason why I would take issue with vandalism / graffiti is that because it's done without the person who's being graffitied, without their consent. You know, whether it's, you know, good art or bad art or whatever, I think is irrelevant. It's because you are doing it to someone without their permission. It is some sort. It is. I mean, that's basically just all there is to it for me. Is that it's doing it without their permission.
Okay, so like, hey, we'll. I know you don't like it that I keep going back to murder, so we'll drop that. Let's look at it this way: if someone straps a guy to a table or a bed or whatever,
Calm
and then
down.
tattoos a really nice, like really well drawn tattoo onto him, that's still not a justified, like.
I mean, sure, but that's
by-
also still
by the it's still not
it's also still
justified by
harm
the
to a
merits of the
person.
art.
Is your
Yeah,
only
well, it's like what if you
Most-
say, hey, it's
most graffiti
reversible? He can get a tattoo. Like, hey, all he has to do is pay for tattoo removal.
And also,
removal
I mean-
surgery. It's just money.
Well, I mean, yeah, but also, it's also more justified that it's a physical damage and not a
I don't
physical damage. Because
I don't think physical damage
most
to
of-
the person is the
most
only
of the
like
most of the buildings that are getting graffitied are owned by the kind of classes that graffiti would not be necessary for, like the higher up people in society. Like, you need to be pretty well off to have a building.
I
But
don't. I mean, I own.
I don't know if I mean, I own my own apartment. I'm not that well off.
I mean, not no, if I like graffitied your door, like
You'd be an asshole.
Yes.
yeah, there's a difference between that and graffitiing like on the back of Trump Tower or something.
I don't
Yeah.
agree.
Well, but that's also because that's
Are you-
going to a pretty extreme political example of like, hey, here's something connected to someone very
Well, yeah, that's-
polarizing.
well, yeah, that's
if it's
a
just
good-
like, if it's
that
just
is a good
here's
example.
here's a random bridge that is just not really. It's not an elitist bridge. It's not the rich people's bridge. It's just a bridge that everyone uses, and someone is like just putting their name in huge and impossible to read letters on it.
Well, I mean,
Like, I
that's-
do
then
not
that's
see
pub-
any. I do
that's
not see
arguably
value
public
in that.
property.
I see absolutely no value in that. It's like,
And if that-
congratulations,
A bridge
you've
is more
made the
the public.
bridge.
A
yeah,
bridge is
you've
more the
made the-
public's bridge, so I feel
you've,
like I don't really mind that.
Well,
you've-
it's owned by the
you've-
state. It's still.
It's like you've made the bridge uglier, and you've just cost the taxpayers a little bit more money.
You keep
Congratulations.
circling back. You keep circling back to you thinking that it's ugly, which, like, I don't really care if you don't like the aesthetics of it. I think that's fine, but I don't think that should be. In
It's
the
just it's done
conversation.
without permission or justification.
Like, if all
is the thing.
graffiti was great, that would really have no bearing on the like legality and all that stuff.
No, it wouldn't, but the fact that it is all ugly makes it even worse and more frustrating to deal with.
What are your
Oh.
thoughts, Daniel? Okay, cool.
I gave
Daniel
over
has
else,
left
I
the
gave him too
building.
much. To go spray on it.
Listen, I was the new norm expert. I was brought on for new norm, and then I have nothing on this graffiti stuff.
What if the new norm was sprayed on the side of a building? Then how would you feel?
That would be
That's the
unforgivable.
most justifiable
I guess.
graffiti.
I guess. I guess it's just.
I feel like we're sort of going in circles at this point.
Yeah.
We understand
so.
the difference in worldview.
Look, we've
Yes.
been advertising Chris Cranko this whole time. Subscribe to Chris Cranko.
Are
Oh
we?
yeah, Chris Cranko, good on him.
What
It's
about
there,
him? Is he here?
Oh, did you not have that on screen?
No.
On Daniel T. Gaming's IMDb page, it said subscribe to Chris Cranko.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
That's true vandalism.
What's up with him, by the way? Where's he been?
He sort of disappeared a while ago.
Damn it.
Which, like, good.
Who is Chris Cranko?
Oh
He's-
boy.
He's
Okay.
like he's a weirdo from our
England.
old commentary community group.
Right.
He's Chris Christie's evil twin brother.
Became
except-
like a weird
Chris Crisco.
right-wing transphobe guy. And
Yeah.
Somewhere
now
between
he
Philip and
disappeared.
Frank on Chris Christie.
Okay. I
Yeah,
apologize,
anyways.
Harry. I wasn't trying to ambush you with a
Yeah.
debate. This isn't
I went on for
gotcha
longer than I
I just
thought
journalism.
it
wanted to talk about that.
No, that's fine. It's a good
Alright.
spirited way to start the
Okay.
episode.
One final question on the matter, and then we can
Alright.
settle it.
All
Oh
right.
wait, there's more.
In that time, have you listened to a Tupac song?
Oh my god. No, don't.
I don't believe I have had occasion to.
Okay.
We listen
The
to
new
Tupac
norm.
on
Are you the
stream.
one who shot Tupac?
To the best of my recollection, no.
Okay.
Okay. Were you involved?
As far as I'm aware, I do not believe so.
Okay, good to know.
Alright.
I'll keep this
I
in
mean,
mind.
I don't
for
know
my
what I don't
investigation.
know what Mad was doing back in the day, but
Actually, what year was he shot? Was it before I was born?
96. You
Was
were
not, no, okay, so I was 2.
you were 2.
okay. Cool.
1 technically.
It
One,
doesn't
yes.
disprove anything.
No, I've seen that. I've seen Who Shot Mr. Burns Part 2.
Ah, that's
Who
a
shot
good
Mr.
reference.
Shakur?
Anyways,
The new norm.
I'm so tilted right now. I can't operate the show.
Anyways, do you guys
You're
have you
mad
guys heard
about
of this
that
wacky
discussion?
new? Have you guys heard of the South Park of X?
I heard it's the only sitcom on X.
Yeah.
Who would? So I like that. Okay, before even this, just I like the selling point being it's the first sitcom on X.
On Twitter.
On X. Who?
You know, the video platform.
Let's hang on.
I sort of understand the thinking behind pushing it that way, but I feel like they could have definitely
I understand
done a better
because
job of actually making clear what the hell that's even supposed to mean.
the target demographic for the new norm is the kind of person who only uses Twitter and nothing else. So,
I mean, they use it to own the libs all day, or to
I mean, yeah.
or to post
Legalize
like
humor.
crypto scams and stuff. So.
So the thing I don't I don't want to. I don't know if you have an imagined order of events in discussing this, Paulie, but I do want to bring up the what because I haven't actually watched this video.
Yes.
Right, I saw it going around. I saw like 2 seconds of it with the sound off by default, so I haven't really engaged with it at all. But what I saw when I saw it going around and people were saying it was stupid, I thought, well, who made this?
Who made
I
this?
could not find out. It doesn't say on their website. It does not list a writer, a creator, a production company. Because obviously when I saw this, it's like, it doesn't seem to be another Daily Wire show like Mr. Bircham, right? So
Yeah.
who did this? And it just doesn't say. Like, it's the website. You should bring up the website. It's
I'm
very
looking for the
strange.
website right now.
Yeah.
I think it's linked to on the New Norm's Twitter.
Newnorm.tv. All right, there
That's
it
the
is.
one.
The
And
New
so
Norm.
it has these kind of weird, scammy looking support the show bars.
As we should.
And that's all it like.
Stripe.
That's all it
Now
has.
that's an
all,
endorsement of
That's like all the information it's got, except for these strange. Okay, so here's the weird part, right? So Larry Elder, American politician, I believe he voices a character in it for some reason.
candidate for
Dave-
U.S. president.
Dave Rubin, who follows them on Twitter.
Dave Rubin, who follows him
Beautiful.
on Twitter. We got Kevin Sorbo, formerly. Was he Hercules? Was that Kevin Sorbo?
He was director
think
of
that's
Left
right.
Behind 2022.
He was in
Right.
God's Not Dead 1 and 2.
Oh,
I think but Sorbo he was Hercules in the 90s, right? The sort of same time as Xena.
I think so.
But it's like so it's got him. I guess not in it because it just has a quote about the show, right? All in the Family for Our Time endorsement from Kevin Sorbo, and the weirdest one that should tell us something, but I still can't decipher it is that Bill Maher says brilliant in gigantic letters, and then the little asterisk down there is he's actually talking about not this show, but something else that whoever made this show has done previously.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't
And-
even name what the previous work was.
It doesn't say what the previous work was or who the creator of it was.
They did.
So that is
They did a good
left-
job obfuscating his previous work.
That is left. All we know is that whatever this person that's made this has done previously, Bill Maher liked it.
Thought it was
And that's all
brilliant.
we
A-
know.
a-
That is
That is a
glowing
great
endorsement.
endorsement.
I like Bill Maher. I don't.
I hate him. I wish great
Calm
things
down.
for him.
Calm down.
I don't mind Bill Maher, but I suspect, based on that endorsement, that probably whatever this person made previously was better and quite different. from whatever the new
We
norm
might have
is.
found some stuff.
We might have.
Oh, have you done some
Maybe.
digging? You found some information that I don't know. 'Cause
Okay,
this
so
is as far as I
Yeah.
dug. I
Okay.
didn't really look any
Us
further
in
than this.
the new norm research division, we have uncovered some artifacts from the show's past.
Interesting.
so this is a thing called woke world, which seems
So
to
this
have.
was
I feel like-
before it was called New Norm.
Yeah, I feel like if we're doing this, we should go
I
all
think
the
we
way
should
back.
we should start. Well, I think we should
Should
probably
start
start.
should
Just
start at the
look at the
present.
clip. Look at the clip, and then we'll move backwards because I haven't
Yeah.
even watched this yet.
Alright.
So
Start at
I
the
don't
present.
know.
Oh, it's
and then-
great. You're gonna love it.
I'm sure it's
additional
wonderful,
context.
but I would like to.
This shot of him.
I would like to know what I'm talking about before I start pretending to
Yeah.
know what I'm talking about.
That's an
This
idea.
beginning shot of him scratching his leg is going to haunt all of our dreams.
Hang on,
Every time I blink, I see it.
I'm trying to figure out how to use Windows 11 right now. I
My
apologize.
jackass friend stepped on my fucking graham crackers last night after we made fucking s'mores.
After we
So I've
moved
just
on.
been drinking
Nope.
graham crackers.
That's pretty cool.
Bastard.
Say,
That's
speaking
about
of
how
that,
I
ladies
feel
fucking
watching
texted me.
New Norm.
Norm stepped on my graham cracker.
What's that?
Progress.
I like they have like the canned laughter, like the Flintstones. That's
Or like All in the Family.
All
oh,
in the Family.
is that what the is that what it's supposed to mean when it says like
Okay.
it's
I mean,
it's,
yeah.
it's a sitcom?
Well,
Because it,
We'll
Hang on,
The
let me just-
characters.
probably get to the connection with All in the Family in a bit.
Yeah.
Let me pull up your stream because I can't actually. The
Yeah,
picture is
this
so
show-
small as a window within a window within a window, so I
This
can't
show
actually,
looks suspiciously similar to the
I
YouTube
can't actually
live
see what
studio.
you're seeing.
okay. Let's see now.
New norm.
The new norm ain't the same as the old norm.
Where
Did
was
you have the
the...
video pulled up on
I
stream for
want
us?
normal beer.
Sorry.
Why
Yeah,
don't you
we
have the-
Yeah, why is
fucking-
it this?
Yeah, I'm currently unable to see whatever it is you are seeing, Paulie.
Uh-oh. Hang
Yeah,
on.
we just have the audio.
You fucking dumbass.
There
Oh,
we go.
there we go.
Okay.
Is this the thing?
This
It's
looks like
working.
the thing.
We can see.
Let's
yes.
wheel back 21 seconds and see what's going on with
Alright.
Mr. New Norm.
Gotta
here.
watch the first 3 seconds of this again.
Oh, it's very important.
We don't want to miss a second of the. Want to give
It's
it a
about
fair
when
shot.
I stop.
Very well
that?
animated.
Progress.
That's
It's
the that's
new
the shot.
norm.
The new norm ain't the same as the old norm.
It's well composed.
I'm the
You're
old
gonna be
norm.
thinking of
I
that
want
theme song in
normal
your
beer.
head later.
There's such natural writing, I gotta say, first of all. A lot of
Yeah.
people refer to themselves as, like, their own name in the third person. Like Elmo.
No, I'm angry.
Ugh. It's your fault I got house arrest.
You're the one who threatened the school board.
I gently suggest
Do they have to have, like, the fake laughter after every line of dialogue? So, like, it's
I
like
will say-
How else would you know?
it's like they're trying
say-
to not only tell me to laugh, but try to, like, convince me that what is happening is comedic. Because
Oh, they're
otherwise,
just accentuating the hilarity of this show.
if it wasn't comedic, it'd just be a sit, and they don't want to.
It is. It is kind of bizarre how, like, 33 seconds in, and this is already, like, a parody of a parody of a parody. Like, this is, like, what you'd write if you were trying to send up a conservative attempt at a sitcom. And
Yeah.
also, if you were trying to send up a sitcom.
All in the family.
It's kind
I
of
guess.
it's such a strange sort of bundle of kind of flat cliches.
In a few
You know
seconds
that-
here, we'll talk about. I know what you're about to say. We're about to see it, so I'll play it first, and you can give your commentary.
I'm
Just gotta-
still here,
you
by
know
the way.
that,
Let you know, I apologize for being silent.
No,
Hi, Daniel.
You better apologize.
I
I'm
also-
gonna say, do you know that image of the dude who's pointing to the shirt that's like, oh, satire must be aware of the thing it's satirizing, or else it'll just be the thing. I feel like this is the reverse of that, where it is just the thing.
Did
I
you
will also
stop?
say, for those watching at home, yes, the audio is just that out of sync. They are bad at lip syncing.
Yes.
It's not our fault.
Brainwashing my daughter that girls aren't girls and men aren't men.
Sometimes they're neither. or
What
both.
fighting
Furry
commentary?
and
I like that the audio is so flat on this. Like, they've done nothing to make it sound like the audio is coming from the character in the room or anything.
I feel like at the end of this, Caillou is gonna get grounded.
just like dogs.
Also, haha, funny school joke
Janice.
for the up
Yeah.
to goddamn time.
What's that?
Oh, it's the man bun guy
that
from
is one of
Mr.
my
Bircham.
pronouns. Also, they, them.
I don't like this.
Also, fun fact you should
What?
know, this show is actually so dog shit. There's actual Republicans that are like, nah, what the hell is this?
I like that they've failed to find an audience with anyone.
My immediate thought was that this was a parody of Mr. Bircham, but the more I found about it, the more I think that's not the case.
This is just like the third time this creator's tried to repackage this terrible idea for a show ?
It's
So,
like
I would assume
family,
Adam
but without
Carolla
everything
would
that made
have
up
something
the
to do with
family
it if that was the case.
Is the joke here that like people with who are like medically different are bad because this person has two different colored eyes?
Yeah, they have heterochromia.
Is the joke you are medically different from me, le bad?
Here's the thing,
I
right?
mean,
Oh,
character
sorry.
designs are meant to like indicate the character's character, believe it or not. So if you have differently colored eyes, then that means that you're an obnoxious dweeb.
Here's
Yeah.
Apparently,
I don't think it
their
means that,
character
actually.
design just sort of looks like a new age Sith Lord to me. But
Yeah,
I'ma
this
see
looks
this.
like it would be a new wave band.
I kind of wish. Here's the thing, right? We literally just saw 3 jokes all about the LGBT community. First, there was the beer. Then there was the reason he has the ankle thing. And third is this person. So we have 3 jokes that are about the same topic. It's just about the gays.
It's just so redundant. Yeah.
If we're gonna have a
Well,
show that's
except
about
none
the
of them.
right,
Well, none of them are jokes though. That's the
Yeah.
weird thing. He's just like,
Yeah.
the beer is gay.
He's
3
just
mentions.
He's just
And it's like-
clinically
it's just like-
mentioning it. Like,
He's just like sort of saying it's like, people do pronoun things.
I feel like
like,
if they were
okay.
gonna make a joke, like about the right, there could have been so much more to talk about. You know, you could have talked about all the stuff that happened with Joe Rogan and Spotify. Because after all, if you're gonna keep making the same jokes over and over, if you're that level conservative, look up the actual definition, the non-political definition of conservative. Conservative, by definition, means averse to change or innovation and holding traditional values. So they are so conservative that their jokes are being conservative in and of themselves. They could have touched on so much more, like The Wall, or Joe Rogan being
The
removed
Wall.
from Spotify, or
throwing graffiti at-
all the stuff with
Doug
Alex
Walker's
Jones.
The Wall.
Yeah, I was going to make a Doug Walker joke.
Like they could have made so many other jokes, but no, it's about gay people.
I like that they do the thing that every other conservative does when they make this media centralized around their politics. Is that it's meant to be in response to woke media, like injecting politics above actually being funny. They don't see the irony at all of doing the same exact thing, but the opposite of being woke. And
Well, yeah.
ha- and-
Yeah, it is absent of any actual satire. That's what's
Yeah, there
kind of
was-
strange about it. Like
there
I said,
was-
he's just like observes, there is a rainbow on my beer can.
damn
Gay.
it.
Or it's like, well, like you could probably make a joke if you tried. You could come up with a joke about that, but they didn't.
Yeah.
They didn't even try. He was just like, I don't want that.
I
It's
didn't.
like,
Yeah.
okay, thank you.
These
And then
shows
the-
have one talking point that branches out into like 3 subgenres of talking points.
Yeah.
In fact, dare I could say, hold on, I'm gonna say this, and this might be
Don't say the N word.
might be a bit of a hot take. I'm just gonna say this.
Let's say it.
You want to know what else you should also look up the legal definition for?
Legal.
I'm okay.
The
okay.
legal definition for terrorism, the unlawful use of violence and intimidation, especially against civilians, in the pursuit of political aims. This show, along with another
Are you
conservative film,
talking about-
Lady Ballers,
Are
are
you-
both targeted at the LGBT community.
Are you talking
They are
about
paid.
stochastic terrorism?
Huh?
Are you talking about stochastic terrorism?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is
No.
a term I have heard. I don't think I actually know what it means.
Like basically, they are using
Basically
these
like
as
rhetorical
ways
terrorism.
of targeting the LGBT community, and they don't realize how hurtful. Actually, no, they do realize how hurtful this shit could be. So by definition, because they are using something to be able to aim at a bunch of civilians, I can legally claim that shows like this and Lady Ballers.
Daniel, calm down.
The new norm is a terrorist.
Okay.
I mean,
We need to
he is
send in
right.
the SWAT team.
He
I don't-
is right.
Now, see, that
mean,
would
yeah.
make a more interesting show if it was actually
100%.
a domestic terrorist.
If Norm was a domestic terrorist?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's just an episode where Norm walks into a building with a bomb strapped to his chest. The beer is rainbow, so I have to kill all of you.
That's probably how he got the ankle thing.
I
The
mean,
norm is just a domestic nuisance.
There's
Yeah.
a weird part, we kind of like glossed over it, but it was a weird part in this where he said he got the ankle monitor because he
Oh, yeah,
went
I was
into
gonna
the school
say.
and yelled at the teachers or whatever and got very
I was gonna
belligerent.
talk about that. Like,
It's like it's like
so weird how consistently these shows have one moment of self-awareness that they're like models of good citizens or just assholes, and then they just continue on their way.
yeah, like that happened in Mr. Burcham, where at the end of it, he's subject to getting fired, but he doesn't get fired because he's in a union, and then and the joke is that like, oh well, he doesn't like unions, so like that's pretty ironic, but it kind of it undermined. I guess wasn't the broader point of the episode, but it undermined part of their logic. Like,
He wasn't treated as a massive hypocrite.
No.
all right, let's
I
see. Oh.
I do want to say one other thing, just about the premise of this show, because we've seen like, I don't know if like widerly the world building has been established, but it's implied that like the world is run by the woke, like
Yep.
that's why he has like the ankle monitor robot. So comparison has definitely been made elsewhere, probably, but
Nope, I've never seen that actually. It's the first show.
but are they trying to make Idiocracy?
they're doing idiocy for sure. I mean, Idiocracy is kind of more of a leftist like satire. But...
I mean, yeah, but like right wingers like Idiocracy because they just
well,
ableist,
I
but,
mean,
like
it's literally Idiocracy right now. That's what it's like.
I mean-
the new
I mean,
1984.
yeah. So the right wing version of Idiocracy would be this.
And me.
You're non-binary?
How do you know that word?
I learned it in school.
That's why I'm locked up.
Norm.
I shield you from
it
what
I
is-
locked up because I threatened to shoot the president of the school for allowing gay people.
Gay people tomorrow morning.
I like how incessant the laugh track is. Like they clearly
Yeah.
didn't write or
Never
edit
stop.
this with the idea of a
never
laugh
stops.
track in mind. So the laugh track is like bleeding over the dialogue, unlike in an actual
Also, what-
sitcom where
That's a weird choice.
What is the joke in the "That's why I got locked up"? Like, yeah, we established that.
1 minute ago.
Ooh,
It's important exposition.
Judge agreed to conditional parole.
What condition?
That wasn't even a joke. What?
It was the moment.
Aren't you intrigued?
Are we getting punked right now?
also why didn't Norm agree to the parole if he was the one getting charged? Isn't that
plea
how
deal.
the law works?
Where's my room?
Wouldn't they know that then?
That's
You're
staying here?
Chaz is part
Why
of a
would
new
Norm not
government
know that if
program.
that was
To
his deal?
re-educate homophobic, transphobic, racist.
I mean, whoever Chaz's voice actor or actress is really close to their microphone and it bothers me.
I think
very
Dave
loud.
Rubin.
Oh God.
Is that not Dave Rubin's? Does
it
not
Dave
sound like
Rubin?
Dave. I think he's involved in
Professional
this,
voice
right? Is that
actor
not his
Dave
voice?
Rubin.
He is involved in this. I mean, it could be his voice. I don't know.
I planning on doing a video about it.
Reasonably sure it is.
I like this this
Just
joke.
from listening to it.
I like this joke they've got here. The Washington Redskins man. It's It's a good
What
character.
a current reference.
You know what a current reference? That's totally
Not
something
a
that happened
decade old.
recently. That must have happened like.
I mean, they did. We say that, but they did make a gay beer joke in the first 10 seconds.
Well, that happened like this decade at least. I guess that.
Like last year or whatever.
Also, like, I love how I'm sorry we keep pausing it. I'm sorry. One more thing. I love how like the only reason they're mentioning the gay beer thing, it's all because of the goddamn Bud Light commercial with Dylan Mulvaney.
It's funny that they call themselves the South Park of X, because Dylan Mulvaney was a Broadway performer, right?
Wait, actually?
Right? Is that right? Or am I making that up? Am I lying right now?
Yep.
I don't actually know that much about Dylan
News
Mulvaney.
to me.
Wait, yeah,
but
let me,
I don't
let me
really
look this
know
up.
much about Dylan Mulvaney.
Let's take a look. Let's see if I'm an idiot or not.
I mean, you are, but
I'm gonna Google right now. Am I an idiot?
Yeah, Broadway. Yeah.
Yeah, they did. So they were a Broadway performer for the Book of Mormon, which was done by the South Park guys. So they're cool with the South Park guys.
yeah, famously South Park hates gay people and is fully conservative.
It's the South Park of X, though.
Oh,
I like that, South Park intentionally tries to make themselves like as topical as possible. Like they make the episodes like within the week of the news, right? And then right here they're talking about things that are like 4 to 10 years old with no time. Like they had no time limit to make this. They could have done whatever.
Oh, and also South Park for the most part tries to stay as in line with their subjects. What I'm trying to say is the people that they try to parody, most of the time they don't hate. I think the only time they've ever really like fully hate a celebrity was Barbra Streisand.
I don't know, but
No, they do hate quite a few people.
They do.
Someone normal.
I don't understand. You're black.
Did that just Black
Was that-
Whisper?
You're his friend.
that-
No,
Did that just
what does
happen?
that mean? The fuck does that
the
mean?
progressive is actually
why is
secretly
this a
the
stereotype?
racist.
Why is this a stereotype?
Washington Redskins man.
No, why is it a
wait,
stereotype
is
of,
the
like,
is the
racists?
I just
is the disparity
stereotype
meant to
of
be
completely
that he's a
racist.
black man with the Washington Redskins logo
No,
plastered all
the
over him?
joke is supposed to be that like the progressive is progressive performatively, but he's surprised that like a black person and a white person are
In the
conservative and are in the same room.
Just
Wow.
like Mr. Burcham.
Speaking of, when you coming back to the trophy shop? As soon as I get rid of this, which
The
means I
trophy
gotta
shop,
take
where you
in
work.
that
Chaz is here to re-educate Norm.
in non-bonery.
Is this a thing? Like they send like a gay twink to your house to like re-educate you if you say something
dude.
racist or whatever the fuck it is.
They did that to my dad.
Got to your house to read.
Happened to my buddy Greg once.
They did that to my dad. That's why I live with him.
I mean, the thing is, the bizarre thing about this is you could make a reasonably amusing show if you had, like, with any kind of self-awareness involved, like, because it's just such a silly idea that's like, you've been sentenced by a judge for not being woke enough to live with a non-binary person. Like, that is a silly enough idea that you could make something funny out of it, but they just haven't.
They play it
'Cause
straight.
they just played it in such a strange way that's kind of like they can't decide. What they can't decide is whether this is an absurd scenario or not. Like, is this a realistic sign of the times, or is this an over-the-top send-up of how they see modern-day society?
I think
They're
it might
kind
be
of straddling.
It might be. They might think it's both. They might think it's like an absurd thing, but also that this will definitely happen if we don't stop them from doing their things.
Is this
Yeah,
meant
this
to
is
be?
the
Is
norm
this like
now. New
meant to
norm.
be the All in the Family, but it's like sympathetic towards Archie Bunker?
Yes.
Is that like the twist on it?
100%.
Well, yeah.
I guess.
And I've actually been thinking about Norm's name. Is that meant to be a tribute to Norman Lear?
No, I think it's just the new
I'm
norm.
pretty sure it's just a play on
Pretty
words.
sure
which
He
is
Well,
declared
it
himself
hurts.
to be the old norm at the beginning.
Is he supposed to be Norman Reedus?
But he was called Woke World first, and he was still called Norm.
Also,
Oh, well then.
another thing, I would honestly
be right back.
1000% not be surprised that the show was written with AI.
Oh, speaking
I
of
mean-
AI, we'll get to that.
would not surprise
Yeah,
me.
we'll get to AI.
We'll get to it.
We'll be right back.
But I mean, really, what a great show. I mean,
Don't
so
turn
far,
that
what do you
down.
think?
Oh yeah.
Don't jump off of your woke couches. The new norm will be coming on next. Weekdays at 7 on Fox.
I'm going
Wedding
to.
on next?
Don't drop your gay beer. New Norm will be right back on Disney XD.
Oh my god! It didn't sound like a laugh, it sounded like you got fucking tased.
Disney
Daniel
Don't
got
sleep on
tased. He
Norm,
has like
or else
the
he'll be woke.
I could hear
He has
across
the-
the room through my headphones that someone got Daniel. I'm pleased to hear that.
yeah, Daniel got tased. He has like the little shock thing that Norm has, but it's conservative. So whenever he says something too woke, it shocks him.
Ah, that's what Project 2025 is about.
Daniel likes it. He's laughing. For the taser.
There must have just something so funny in the show that he saw that.
I'm
Yeah.
Well, the
allergic
whole
to
show is
dogs.
funny.
It's okay. Billy is an emotional support dog and non-binary.
Is being allergic to dogs like a woke thing?
Wait,
Yeah,
how does lifting its
allergies are
tail
woke, yeah.
indicate it's non-binary?
Being different is woke.
Oh, okay then. Good dog.
Oh,
I
okay
come here
then.
to get away from
Oh,
woke.
okay then.
Trouble at home? Oh, my boy, or whatever it calls themselves now, is
That's
These are the heroes of the show.
it's
just the
very
same
mean
joke.
spirited
Oh my
now.
God.
Actually, like that's actually very mean.
I mean, yeah.
Why
Hey,
are
hey,
we meant to
Macho Bell.
sympathize with these people?
Well, because they're the audience surrogate for the the series.
yeah.
This is how we feel about our relatives.
Because all of these things they're talking about are inherently bad.
This is
and
meant
we
to make
shouldn't,
me
like,
feel better
interrogate
about
why
not getting
we are
invited to
uncomfortable with
Thanksgiving
them.
This is meant to make me feel better about not getting invited to Thanksgiving to celebrate it with my family because I'm a raging sexist and homophobe. That's me there. They understand me.
thinking about transitioning.
Reggie?
Try Regina.
Transitioning to what?
The audience
Reggie
gasps.
is still a shortened.
That's sorry. Go ahead.
No, Reggie is still. Have you guys not seen Rocket Power? Where people still say Reggie for like a fucking like female version.
Yeah.
I'm sure they have
It's
seen
one of
Rocket
those-
Power and.
It's a neutral name, like Alex, for example.
Well, I mean, a person
You
can
could
change their
see
name.
Regina.
Regina? That's
These
like,
people just don't have critical thinking skills.
that's not even like funny enough of a name for it to be like
And
exaggerated.
yeah, the joke is just trans.
Bigotry.
I mean, yeah, like Norm says, transitioning to what? And then the audience, laughs.
And then he
for the
stares directly at the
78th
camera.
time.
Yo, what the fuck's going on in this frame?
Please
Hopefully
Yeah.
not a Jets fan.
Hey, pronoun. This
That was
bite's
almost
for
a
you.
joke.
Almost.
Yeah,
I
hate
can't drink.
pronoun.
I'm not 21.
Y'all influenced my boy to cut off his.
What the hell?
Oh no, that's.
Well, this escalated
Oh no,
quickly.
violence.
Oh no! No, they
the
played the
fuck?
fucking uh-oh sound. Like, hold on.
That sounds like straight out of like a Dan Schneider sitcom there.
Yeah.
No, literally, it is. Well, almost. Hold on. Let me find it.
That escalated very quickly. He said, "I can't drink. I'm not 21." You're forcing
I'll
my
fucking
son.
kick your ass.
Yeah, this
I
sound.
thought that was actually about to be the bit that he's gonna get him, be like, "Yeah, pussy."
Junk, but draw the line at beer?
Why aren't you drinking underage?
Aren't conservatives like the same guys that like condemn illegal activity and criminal, like they show videos of Mexicans selling fruit in New York City. It's like, look, this is what's going wrong with our country, and they're like,
Well, I mean, yeah. That's part of the conservative thing, is like all of the crazy things you do as kids are like endearing
I found
when
it.
you are a
This is
kid,
it.
and like in memories, but also when you're adult.
It's perfectly normal to get drunk every day from the age of 11. That means you're a true red-blooded American patriot and explains nothing about your, your fecal alcohol syndrome or your,
Fecal?
fecal
alcohol syndrome.
your stunted IQ.
Can't do this.
Yes, we can.
Find a way to break in.
Oh, I get it.
Maybe we can fix the country.
I'm not sure I do.
What?
Yes, we can.
What?
It's an Obama thing. It's.
I mean,
well,
I get that, but like, what is that supposed to? What was that? Did I have a stroke?
They're a mole. They're a mole.
Want normals?
I wonder why that happened.
Yeah. You know there'll be jokes.
You know there'll be jokes.
That's the end? Oh wait, no, the real end is coming.
Wait for it.
Here it comes.
So there's no resolution to that?
No, that was the plot. That was the plot.
Why did everyone freeze mid-pose except for some of them?
Also, I love the
Why did
fact
everybody
that they're
accept-
promoting
Wait for it. Wait for
that
it.
this shit is on X because they know for a fact that every other platform will ban them for bigotry and hate speech.
I don't think they'll ban them because we're streaming it right now on YouTube. It's just trying to market to the the newfound conservative audience on
And
X.
getting ads.
No,
or
we're okay
getting,
with it
you know-
because we're expressing our disgust towards it. We're not re-uploading it, so it's in a different light.
I don't know if
I don't think
YouTube
they'll
makes
get-
that distinction.
True.
Yeah,
I don't think you get to react to a snuff film on YouTube and be like, "What I said was bad."
I
Like,
mean, that's what we're doing, basically.
what do you want from me?
Sadly.
Yeah! There he is!
The lyrics said, "Thank God for Elon Musk."
Elon Musk.
It said, "Thank God for Elon Musk." That's a bit.
Elon Musk is
Isn't
the
that like
greatest
one of the-
guy in the world.
Isn't that like one of the commandments?
On Twitter, I mean X.
And it should post memes.
I mean hate
Wow. That really brought it all together. And that was the cherry on top.
Awesome.
Okay, I kind of like that.
So, like, are we getting punked here? Is this like meant to?
All right, I like that a lot.
Is this just really good trolling?
No.
I do not think
No,
so.
but that was
I don't think
good.
so because a lot of
But
money
we
has to
found
get poured
things.
into these. Like even these kinds of ragdoll animations, it still costs a lot of money. Like F is for Family, for example. Like it costs a lot to get this done, especially with the voice acting and everything. So there's a good chance there is some financial gain that is being involved here.
What the fuck is happening right now?
I really don't know.
These nuts.
Sorry, I just spilled Mountain Dew all over my desk.
Like the episode ended, and then it zooms out, and this terrible AI music is playing. And I can tell it's AI, not just by the vocal harmonies that are very clearly not supposed to actually be harmonies, and that it's
How the hell do you spell chauffeur?
Yeah, it's a weird thing that AI does that you'll actually hear if you listen to a lot of AI music that tries to do vocals, where it's definitely trying to do vocal doubling, a technique where you have, I think you can guess, you have two takes of the exact same thing playing at the same time that can give a chorusy sound. It's trying to do that, but it doesn't understand that it's trying to do that. It just thinks that's what voices sound like.
Is this meant to be like a dig at Disney? This one because they're too woke?
I think so.
They probably
don't
saw
know what
Elon
imagine that is
tweeting a
the
funny
case.
These
I was
nuts
just talking
meme.
about this.
They probably woke up one day after like a
Woke?
raging, drinking bender or something, and just woke up in the middle of it,
Woke?
saw like a smiley face on their computer, and it told them you should put a Disney logo as a joke with the D's nuts subtitle.
And the smiley face was Elon Musk.
As I was saying, what the fuck is going on? We have this terrible AI song playing, and then Elon Musk walks out for some fucking reason. Why is the dog moving? Why is
It's
the dog
meant to.
moving
I
still?
mean, I think they're trying to get Elon Musk to promote the show.
Obviously, yeah, but like, now the fucking D's nuts. What are they? What are these
D's nuts.
tickets to?
I think that. I mean, to be fair, it's on par with Elon Musk's humor, so I guess he would see that and lose his mind laughing.
I can just imagine it now.
This was fucking funny because this is the funniest thing in the entire show, probably. ever because it's so unexpected. What the fuck is happening?
It is a
I could just
total non
unironically
sequitur.
imagine what's low-key happening in Elon Musk's office right now, but I don't want to
Jerking
skip
off.
in on YouTube, so I can't say it.
I'm just
We're going
angry
to
that
Disney World.
Where did Elon go?
it's a woke world after all.
All right.
I liked it.
I am so mad that a show this bad got to use "hey" pronoun before a good show did.
Hey, pronoun.
I want somebody to hack their website so quickly.
No, you can't. That's solicitation of a crime. You can't do that.
Okay, that's true.
It would be funny if.
Yeah,
I
like
am
vandalization.
I am
Vandalization.
unrelatedly hoping for someone to do that. Not a call to action, but
It's a stochastic terrorism you're doing now.
Hey, maybe you should ask them what the age of consent is.
Okay, so what were your thoughts on that, Harry?
I thought they almost had one good joke in there. When they still didn't set it up very well. But like, so the guy comes in and he's like, "Oh, my kid's transitioning," and Norm's like, "To what?" And he says, "Oh, I don't know. I hope it's not to a Lakers fan or whatever team he said." It's like, that's a joke. That's
like-
actually a punchline.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Yeah,
the
that was
subversion of expectations, right? You think he's talking about the gender thing, but actually he's talking about sports because that's what he's really means something to him. Like, there's actually there's a gag in that, and there's even like a character personality trait in that otherwise none of the characters really have in this animation. So it's like that is the one glimmer of something that could have been better
They accidentally.
in that animation.
yeah.
I like that
Yeah,
they
they stumbled
they
in.
tagged Elon Musk on this, and a special appearance by an animated Elon Musk.
Wow.
Like, it's like trying to. It's not, lying and saying that he's in it. It's an animated version of him.
I think one of the systemic issues at the heart of the new Norm show on X is that by the nature of conservative media being incredibly insular, it is very clear that, like, no one watched this show and said no to any decision.
There's another new Norm thing that they have. Do we want to watch it? This is new Norm branded.
Literally, the way that I view them tagging Elon is like this. I believe Elon Musk is going to enjoy this. I think Elon Musk will enjoy dissecting this frame by frame. Yes, Elon Musk, you should totally reply to our DM.
I was literally just going to say that. It does feel like
Actually,
Hello
can
Neighbor.
Matt Pat do a new norm
Yeah.
theory?
Film theory.
He'll come back for this, yeah.
Come out of retirement.
Is the new norm just fucking not real?
Here
No,
we go.
that can't be.
It's in a simulation.
Hey Elon, check this out.
There's a
new Norm, Mr. Bertram.
Ew, what the hell is that?
It's like a.
That's
it's a
Elon
call
Musk and his shitpost memes.
It's a call to action for Elon. It's like directly asking, "Hey Elon, check this out, please."
Thank God for Elon
So
Musk.
pathetic.
But like,
You?
Sorry?
but they couldn't cut out an actual photo of him for that picture. They had to like.
It's AI.
I know
mean,
it's AI. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is they couldn't find an actual photograph of him.
I mean,
it's just
Elon Musk is such
opening-
an elusive man.
it's okay.
Let's-
Go
let's
ahead.
check this
Please
out.
go.
7,000 views and only 17 likes.
7,000 views. Yeah, they're blowing up like gangbusters out here.
Posted.
I don't think Elon
with
checked
me.
it out.
Yes.
I think they are actually sampling AOC like for the AI thing because her vocal inflection sounds the same as when she's like, speaking before Congress or something. Like, Donald Trump wants to talk about the economy. Let's talk about Donald Trump's economy. Like, that sort of bold, haltingly way of speaking is sort of mimicked by
I almost let you
AOC
say,
here.
let's talk about Donald Trump's.
Did AOC say, Elon, you posted this meme, and Norm said yes?
Yeah, I think there may be more AI involvement here than just I don't even know what the.
You posted.
Oh, you,
this
okay.
meme,
Yes.
and you
Because everyone
posted
knows
this
Norm.
comment?
Yes.
So let's check out
Yes.
the space thing here. Boglet Rars and Muse.
Uglet was.
Like they have high standards for their media here. You know.
What does that woman back
Also-
there only have one arm?
Well, that's a shadow.
I'm gonna say this. Elon Musk's face looks like he's way younger than he actually is, and it makes me wonder what the team
That's
behind
why
the
they
show
didn't
thinks of
use
the
real
intricate
photos
set.
of him.
I mean, they
They
could have
needed to
used old
capture his
photos.
young spirit.
I mean, old photos of him paradoxically look even older than the ones he has now because he's had cosmetic surgery on himself. So
And use estrogen for his hair.
it did.
Yes.
Also, I believe he has one too many fingers, at least, on one of those hands. Because there are
I'm so sorry.
6 fingers
Oh my
on
God,
the
yeah.
screen left hand.
Oh,
there
yeah.
are six fingers before we've even gotten to a thumb.
Uh-oh. That's bad.
Yes.
No, sorry, 5
Yes.
fingers before we've even gotten to a thumb.
Musk.
Call me Elon.
Oh, it's fan
This is-
fiction.
Super weird.
It's
What is
erotic
with
fanfic.
these freaks?
Right?
We all want to hate fuck
Oh,
AOC.
that's actually really disgusting. Because those are real
That's
people.
That's something I see all the time too, where it's just like AOC, you know, they weirdly sexualize her.
They do all the time.
That is
I
really
think
fucked
they're
up.
owning her.
I'm starting to think these people don't respect women.
That is really fucked up.
Look, I think their thing is like, oh, we're owning her by sexually harassing her, but in reality, they're just like,
It is! Like,
what if AOC one day just decides, I think people sexually harassing me? I think I've had enough, and just fucking like just sues all these people. Like, what the fuck are they gonna do?
It does count as
This is
sexual harassment.
Sexual
doesn't it?
harassment.
Like using AI to generate this unconsensual love story between her and Elon?
No, it's not sexual harassment to write that. I mean, it's weird, definitely.
There'd be a lot of people on Wattpad who are going to go down if this counts as,
But they're generating
if this
visual
counts as
imagery.
sexual harassment.
It's different compared to like
it's still
drawing
not. It's
fan
still,
art. for
it's still
example.
not illegal
Doing
to
it.
like use AI to generate, like even if
Yes.
it were erotic.
Please, dear God.
It's not illegal currently. So I mean.
But no, I wasn't saying this in specific, but like there are people who just genuinely sexually harass AOC.
It is
Yeah.
very
It isn't
prevalent.
even like an own. They're just like that.
You wrote
Hey, Bronze,
script.
I'm about to own you. I want
Were
to
you
suck your
referring
penis.
To this or
I don't know how I
this?
can
What a huge
come back from
own.
that.
Both.
It's because of him that millions saw my
both.
post, including
It's
the
the
mother of my
self-insert
child.
of Norm in this fanfiction.
He doesn't.
Oh, those eyes.
Does he even look
Oh.
like Norm? How does the original?
Also,
Norm
nice epilepsy warning,
Barely.
dipshits.
look?
With the
No,
camera.
epilepsy's woke.
He doesn't. I mean, that's in line with their thing saying, you know, being allergic to dogs is woke. No, this isn't. This isn't how Norm looks. Norm has like an Argyle vest. This is just a green vest because AI couldn't generate Argyle.
Where is the continuity?
There is a weird. I would say we could put this discussion on the back burner. But this is. I have had people call me woke for simply being intersex.
Yes.
Like that is a actual thing people have like said to me.
Yeah.
You were
I
born.
think
You
that's
were
an
born
interesting-
woke.
I was born woke.
Mother of my
We're
child.
merely adopted into the woke.
Mothers of my children.
Does he point to? Yeah, he points to his left here, and then based on how
Look
filmmaking
at
is
the blinking
constructed,
eyes.
it looks
Look
like
at the blinking eyes.
The
it looks
concept
like
of montage.
they would be to his right, but he points to his left. Right?
This
Look
is my
at the child
family
blink.
from a new Norm.
Watch the
only
girl
on
on the
Net.
left blink.
Let's see. It's just a frame, because like we see
It's so-
earlier that
it's-
that she's to his right, so this is breaking the 180 rule here. Yeah, we see right here.
He's pointing towards.
Elon.
This doesn't make any sense.
Him that
Elon is the
millions
mother
saw
of
my
his child.
post, including the mother of my child.
Elon.
Mothers of my children saw it too.
Don't you have enough kids?
I have a hands-on approach to the world's population crisis.
That's a good joke.
It's actually
not.
pretty funny.
A strange joke to get Elon to notice, though.
I mean, they have to
That's
like.
what I was thinking that it's like it sort of seems to have pivoted to making fun of Elon at this point of the because he started off talking about having multiple having multiple mothers for his children, right? So it's like, hang on a minute, isn't that a thing he pretends isn't the case? Why are we pointing that out?
I think it's meant to aggrandize him and be like, he's actually so cool and, he gets bitches, man. They're trying to appeal to him to get him to share or even, fund this cartoon here.
Oh yeah, that's super cool how we portray that Elon Musk.
The point of getting bitches is not having kids with all of them.
Because Nick Cannon sure got away with having multiple children, so let's totally give Elon a pass.
Multiple is a very low number.
You'll never get your hands on me.
Also, Elon Musk gave
4 or 5.
his child a math equation for a name.
This part's pretty good. So I think they actually sample the part because we remember from last year where Elon Musk was trying to pretend that he didn't care about all the advertisers dropping off of Twitter. He said, "Go fuck yourself," on whatever interview was.
Catchphrase.
Me, I'm boycotting you.
Then go.
I'm boycotting you.
What was that keyframing
Why
on the
did they do
hands
that?
there? That was bizarre. That was like like a bad Flash game.
These are the kinds of people who would think that Elon Musk's performance at that one interview was like a good look.
I mean, he told them
it has been a while since I have been to Washington, D.C. I want to say that there is not like a cafe 6 feet away from the Capitol, from the Capitol building.
I don't think you can just.
What is this?
A lot has changed since January 6th.
Yeah, they don't have an entrance to the front doors, just like accessible to the. I guess.
Like it doesn't even look. This looks European.
Why is he at the Capitol
is it?
building?
Yeah, it really does, doesn't it?
Well, he's getting tried right now. Which,
Where was
happens...
Norm on January 6th?
In the Capitol.
Who knows? All right. So what's the next state? Oh yeah, there's this bit which is just stupid here. I mean, it's kind of funny, but it's they're saying stop dead naming Twitter. I guess Chaz took over the page here to tweet out about it.
Oh, because the thing is, right? Unlike Twitter, trans people actually have a soul and are worth saving. Twitter is not worth saving. It is literally filled with just leeches and bigotry and just the worst humans imaginable.
What is
Daniel, you forget that companies are people too.
Oh yeah,
legally speaking, yeah.
Agent Orange. I think we should bring back Agent Orange and just start fucking spraying these people with it. That'd be funny.
We start bringing like
You want to go back to the past? Let's go back to fucking spraying Americans with the Agent Orange back in the fucking Vietnam
Spray them
War.
with annoying orange. That'll fix everything.
The fruit is an agent of Satan.
Wouldn't the woke character call X Twitter?
No, because that's dead naming, I guess, by their.
Yeah, but Elon renamed it, and they all hate Elon.
Oh yeah, even actual Elon's head givers, I mean followers, are saying that it's Twitter.
His handlers. I mean, like on the interview he did with Don Lemon, he himself refers to it as Twitter a couple times in that interview. And this was like.
I think it would be funny if he specifically said X, formerly Twitter, every time he had to say it.
He did do one of those.
It's like my guy. It's Twitter. I'm sorry, but it
say
is.
that it's
Yeah,
Twitter,
it
but
is.
they use an X instead of T. Like they write it that way. They're like it's that way you reference both of them.
That's a new one.
All right.
Yeah, I like it. I've seen it a couple of times.
I have seen that the zitter or zwitter.
The zitter, yeah. I actually kind of like that.
Also, notice how every
Shitter.
single one of these have had different art styles.
Yeah. So this is what is this, SRV? You send me this.
So this is the humble beginnings of a new norm. It was at one point called Woke World.
Is
And
this...
if you go down, we might actually see who made this series
Let's see.
and the people behind it. They hear the lead characters.
Lead character.
The lead
Norm.
characters.
Victims.
Okay.
That's the AOG. A soul
Wow,
is
his design
trapped
used to
within
look
each
a
of
bit
these.
better.
Charlie is Norm's boss at Trophies R USA, and perhaps the least politically correct character in Woke World.
Wow.
He's also black.
Oh, so it's turnkey.
So, basically, what they're bragging about is that you can make new episodes very efficiently, right?
You can put no effort into your show.
But all they did at this point, I think, was comics, right?
This might be when they were branching out into animation.
Where
Oh
was
wait, I
that?
think you passed it.
Shoot.
Go up a little bit more.
I will say, I will give this show one thing. I do think it has better character
A little bit
designs than
more.
Mr. Bircham.
Wait, is this a? This
I
might
do
not
like
be the
the-
one with the.
I like the design style of this better.
Because
they're
recognizable.
Hey, keep going
This
up.
is
Let's see.
unoffensive
Here,
for
I just went to like the
character
earliest
design.
one that is archived. Woke World is a new daily
inoffensive.
comic strip that shines a funny light on the most divisive issues of our time by airing them out in the family. So here we go. This is from January 20th.
So All in the Family is like part of the lore.
Trump's gone. What do I do with my anger now? You could scream in a pillow. Is that a my pillow?
My
That's
anger.
pretty.
What does that mean?
They got him.
The Mike Lindell.
They really
thing.
think that this is how people react to Trump? Like,
I mean, I thought this character was woke though, right? On the right, maybe their character was different back then. Wouldn't they
It's
be
supposed
like?
to be like, oh, with Trump gone.
Oh wait, no,
we're not
Trump
supposed to
was
get angry
Trump.
at nothing.
Oh yeah, that's what they're saying. Okay, now I get it.
yeah, which is why it's like the silliest fucking thing, right?
I like that they're using the rigged, character models here for the comics, because they wouldn't want to put the 15 minutes of effort into drawing it, I guess.
Yeah, Drake. On May
Well,
15th,
that would be
2022,
more than
it has
15
the
minutes of
bios
This would
at the
be
bottom.
significantly more than 15 minutes.
Yeah,
but,
I was like, Polly, shut up.
All right, I don't draw, but
Nonetheless,
From like the two artists in here, fuck off.
nonetheless, I would never endorse making a comic strip out of rigged
Yeah, it
characters.
looks
That's
garbage.
pretty artistically bankrupt.
So
You can't
can you
say that.
Can you decode this for me, Harry? What this is meant to be? This feels like there's some sort of like Da Vinci Code like embedded into it that it's like meant to communicate, because it's not obvious what it's trying to. Social media censorship. Just ...
That's how I start my conversations usually.
Is this America or communist China? But if you look, you see China has been crossed out.
You can't say China. The
Because of
country.
woke.
Yeah, the American government doesn't want you saying the word China.
Now, what are we gonna call a T-set?
You can't say that anymore. I can't criticize communist China, not until Hunter earns enough to buy a new laptop.
How is any of that related to anything?
Damn, they got him.
So what do you think, Harry?
About what specifically?
So what is the correlation to Hunter in the laptop with China?
So is the government
I
banning the use of the
honestly,
word China
don't know
for
a whole
monetary
lot
reasons?
about the real world Hunter Biden situation. I'm assuming the implication here is that he is supposed to be in some way on the take from the Chinese government. I assume that is what that is supposed to mean.
And that's why you can't say China on the internet anymore, I guess.
I guess.
Back when I was working at WIG...
Then wouldn't the Hunter laptop be a good thing, because then you could say the word China?
Back when I was working at Wegmans, I had a customer ask me, "Hey, do you believe Trump is a bigot?" Just like out of nowhere. It's a great conversation to have.
Social
So I was
media
like,
censorship.
Good icebreaker, right?
Yeah.
Nice soft topic.
Yeah, definitely not a loaded question at all.
To a cashier.
Yeah.
Who the fuck starts a conversation like that? I just sat down.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Around the water cooler. So nice interaction we're having today.
So I said yes. And he's like, why? Is it because of what the news says? And I was like, okay. So yes, but it's because of what the news says. And he said, did you hear about the laptop? Yeah. I know all about the laptop where he had sex with prostitutes and did drugs. I believe that's definitely a material concern for Biden.
That's the thing that happened.
Oh,
That is in fact an event of all time, right?
Oh, this is like a Sunday comic. It's double length.
Yeah.
Will you take the vaccine? Trump
Will you take
vaccine?
the vaccine?
Forget it. What is the decision? Just bold random words for some reason. By the way, who out there, show of hands, did not get the vaccine because it was a Trump vaccine?
Yeah. Because that's totally what it was.
That's the woke take to have.
Well, no, it was a weird little talking point before the vaccine came out. Like, Kamala was out there being like, I don't trust it. Before Joe was elected, she was out there being like, I wouldn't trust any vaccine that Trump had anything to do with. But then when they got elected, they were like, never mind, it's cool. Get the vaccine. But by the time anyone was actually getting the vaccine, I don't think there was anyone in the universe who was like, Trump vaccine, don't trust it.
Big Pharma is evil. No way. That's the most woke thing I've ever heard in my life.
Isn't that literally what the conservative people say to not take the vaccine?
They're projecting.
It's
saying no way is Big Pharma evil, which is very woke apparently.
They don't understand why, leftists think that Big Pharma is evil. They think it's evil in like a different way. They think it's evil in a, they're making, they're exploiting people type of way, not, for their money, not a, they're making a vaccine.
Not injecting microchips into immigrants.
Yeah, like that's not what's fucking happening. The medicine is real. They're just overinflating the price, but that's not the case with the vaccine because it was free.
Yeah, Big Pharma pushes vaccines and nothing else.
Not me. I don't trust the government. Can I get a medical reason? And then they go, oh no, we all just agreed on something. I can't agree with them. I'll get the vaccine. Why do they bold random words? It makes me read it weird.
But Norm has no principles.
Oh, Norm has no pronouns.
That's pretty fucking woke of him, actually.
The punchline's kind of funny, actually, but it's just
fucking,
like it's the way that they got there.
Gender abolitionist
doesn't make any goddamn sense, because it's like.
Also, what is the "can I get a medical reason" supposed to mean?
I don't know. They could have just done without that entirely. They could have just dropped her.
Is the wife character supposed to be pro-vax then? Is that the thing?
I don't know. Why is it? You can see in the top panel there, she's not even sitting in that chair. She's just kind of standing over, like the background asset
that's
there.
So ridiculous.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
That's so cool.
I also would like to point out, just from an artistic perspective, having the backgrounds with bold outlines and the characters with no outlines is sort of the opposite.
It's innovative.
Of what you want to be doing, because it makes the background look more prominent than the people that are in it. Like, it draws your eye away from the characters.
Well, that's the thing.
It just looks like they forgot to enable the line art layer.
You're supposed to use like thicker line art the closer you are to.
Yeah, it's like the characters are like a black hole of drawing the eye. It's like everything around them in that top frame is where your eye wants to go, because they are all not only have no outlines, but all kind of washed out as well. So it's a very strange, like the foot of the table is kind of a more, it makes it look like that's the important part of the picture.
It's because
like this is how you would design a picture if the point was to look at the architecture and not at the people that are in the room.
Like this is what you would find at like Home Depot.
Yeah, this is like it looks like it's selling you the table. Like, wow, that's a nice table.
Going to IKEA today.
Yeah, it's nice that IKEA started to make comics to promote their furniture.
Okay. All right. Is there anything here that's funny?
We still have yet to find the credits.
So yeah,
really
go
like
to
the
May
Hunter Biden
15th,
laptop
2022.
May 15th. We're gonna uncover it. This is breaking. May 15th. I don't see a May 15th. I see a May 16th. May 26th.
2022, May 15th.
May 15th.
I think you just passed over it. Yeah, there it
Let's
is.
see.
Now go towards the bottom.
All right. I don't remember how the Zelda thing goes.
That was Zelda? So that's some of the credits. If you go down
Developed
more,
by Jose Bihar. That's interesting.
Any relation to Joy?
I have no idea. Created by
From the woman from the View. It's Joy Behar.
Never seen it.
What I'm referring to. You've never seen The View?
No.
Why would I want to?
you have seen the view?
Nobody who has a Y chromosome wants to. But it still happens.
In fairness, I have an X, and I still don't fucking watch it. I never have.
No, but like, have you seen any of it ever?
Nope.
Like not even a second, not even a clip.
Oh, I've seen that like
I think we saw
incidentally.
that
like...
one clip where they were being like really cringe about like they were being cringe about like something, and I
Oh,
think
we did watch. I think we watched the clip of it on.
Yeah.
We watched the clip.
Yeah, it really narrows
of
it
it
down.
on the show
I'm
where
glad I'm helpful.
where what's her name?
Whoopi Goldberg.
Whoopi Goldberg was like, if you know.
Yes, that was the clip.
You know, if you only want to work 4 hours, I don't know, 4 hours in a week, 4 hours in a day, whatever, it's going to be hard for you to get a job, for you to get a house. So stop being lazy and just get it, idiot.
Joke's on them. Paulie has a house and he doesn't.
What's the contact page here? I'm curious. We'll save that. But Akiva and Sophia Prell, is this like a sister joint?
So there's actually more at the bottom where they actually give a biography.
Let's see. 20-minute episode animated. I've yet to see this 20-minute thing.
There's the characters. Go down a little bit more. The turnkey. Keep going. It's a very long page.
Button.
I don't know how they can keep making the same joke over and over and think that that's content.
Colin Kaepernick. That's a good joke.
Very timely.
Why is there like a translucent outline of like the wife character's hair right here? Is that like a background gag?
I would guess that is an error of some description.
I think that's the scene after she died.
How does this happen? Okay, you have the thing open in like Adobe, like Animate or whatever you're using.
Well, wait, look at the side of the swing set too. That's really fucking weird.
Yeah, why is that blurred? Are they trying to like?
It's blurred right there, but then there's like, it's like super
There's a
sharp.
wedge of tree that is not. Yeah, I don't understand what's supposed to be going on here.
This is so bad. I could make better stuff.
We're almost there, I promise.
Let's see. Dots.
And I have,
America
like, 3
needs
seconds of
woke
training.
world now.
Do we?
This dialogue was written to make people feel uncomfortable.
So this is explaining why we need All in the Family, which apparently this is trying to be.
This is just.
Do they understand the point of making people feel
This was
uncomfortable?
okay. This is just a video from when ABC did they rebroadcast. Well, basically they re-performed 2 episodes of All in the Family.
I think we should actually. Should we talk about how All in the Family, like the reason why this works and the new norm doesn't?
Yes.
I feel like
Well,
that's an
we've
important
almost
thing.
made it to the biographies, but
We're almost
this is a very, very long page.
Download pilot
Almost
script.
there.
We're gonna definitely download the pilot script.
There it is.
Bios. Sophia and Akiva Prell, creators of Woke World. Mumbai, India-born Sophia and political comedy writer Akiva did the unthinkable in today's society. They got married. How traditional. Imagine. How traditional. and they kept their sense of humor. Growing
Did
up
they?
brown, people always assumed I was a doctor or from tech support, said Sophia. In truth, I longed to be Beyonce and or Medea, and I can't even keep my phone charged. I'm glad instead she chose to be a writer. It's clearly her passion. She's good at talking.
I was thinking about Medea when I was watching that.
Akiva has written comedy for Vice. Jay Leno for 300 politicians. Did she just make a joke about Congress once?
Is that a span of time?
Was called brilliant in quotation marks. Brilliant. By HBO's politically incorrect host, Bill Maher, and produced a gay anthem dance track that charted above Puff Daddy in Belgium.
In Belgium.
Belgium. It's such a granular shred of, like, that is a ridiculous amount of reaching to reach for, like, any, shred of success. I charted above Puff Daddy in Belgium.
Okay.
I don't know if you would brag
I
about
referenced
that
a song,
now.
so I want to Google this.
I tried looking for it. I'm not sure I found it.
Hmm.
Why didn't they specify what song?
Wait.
They're trying to hide their past. I mean, for people like Daniel did some digging.
Oh, we got the pilot.
Not
script.
Daniel.
Oh, no way. Well, it's probably just the actual pilot, right? Oh? Maybe not.
I don't think so, because they were talking about 20-minute episodes, so I assume that's what this is a pilot.
They're
for,
in the
is a
Writers Guild of
20-minute.
America? I thought that they were anti-woke. They wouldn't join a union.
Thank God for the union.
Interior trophy shop. Day. You know how scripts have, like, images in them? I like that they kept with the standard form there. Close on newspaper. Headline. Pope declares climate emergency. Pull out to reveal norm. 48. Shut up.
To reveal
All right,
norm.
this is like midpoint Americana. I'm not.
The illustrator has some interesting credentials as well.
Raised in the Valley of Los Angeles, where... Okay, yeah, obviously. Like... Yariv has worked as a Hollywood concept designer since 2010. He began as a VFX art director at Cafe FX, which provided visual effects for Iron Man, Spider-Man 3, The Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift, Underworld Evolution, King Kong, Pan's Labyrinth, and more. He developed several mobile painting apps for iPad, worked with Snowball VFX, and is a concept designer on capitalized films, TV, games, and ID projects for Pitch Dev Studios. He is a concept designer on games. Yarev has inexplicable encyclopedic knowledge of TV shows and cartoons from before he was born, and he based the woke world character of Janice, Mom, on his real-life mom.
Mom.
That's not something I would want if I was the mom.
I did it for you, Mom. You think she's still around?
I don't know. But wait, these people
very
have...
diverse cast here.
This isn't some random person in a basement making this. Like, these people have done things in the real world.
Yeah, they worked on The Patriot. Mel Gibson's gonna be ecstatic to see where, people that have tenured his films have gone on to do. What is this? This is just a contact page that
Are there
doesn't
any
work anymore.
comics? This is relevant, by the way. Are there any comics where they're like Jewish people are like taking over the world or anything like that? Do they have any of that?
I would hope so. That's true.
Because the thing is the majority of their like creative cast is Jewish, and I think that it's very interesting that they won't like put their name on anything. So they're pretty much like.
It is weird how hard it is. We have to go on the Internet Archive to find
yeah,
who
you
even
can't
did
find
it.
them because the thing is they don't want their names associated with it. Apparently, Akiva, is known for convincing Jewish people to vote Republican.
Interesting.
So, Men and Akiva.
He wants a transmission or a transition. Big difference.
That's funny!
Norm keeps reading newspaper. Store phone keeps ringing. Okay. All right. This is award for Ben Affleck or other woke celeb. It's made
any placeholder.
This is cool. This is good. We'll have to do our own performance of this. But
Yes, of course.
I don't want to do that.
Right now, do it.
No,
I'm sure all of these scripts will be fully realized at some point.
This is awesome. Okay, so where's the woke world thing?
I have bad news
the
for you.
video.
I cannot find this fucking song anywhere.
Oh,
Didn't you
okay.
pull it up? Yeah,
So
here it is.
Is that why this profile is called Akiva?
Yes.
Oh,
So-
that is that.
So how'd
Also,
you
he
channel
has-
then?
how'd you find this?
So.
Because this has 700 views. So.
Yeah.
And it's
Originally.
unlisted.
It's unlisted.
Originally, I found it on this guy's Twitter account, his other Twitter account, which he since privated. However, I did look on the Internet Archive of Woke World, and I
knew we were
managed to
onto him.
find an archived link of this, which I then clicked on for YouTube.
Nice.
It's a very long process.
I like that the beer can is just pasted over his hand there. It's not woke beer anymore. It's just normal beer, unfortunately.
It does still have the woke detector behind him, though.
Ah.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck is the midpoint Americana in our chat?
He's dating a white guy.
Woke World, an animated sitcom.
Nothing says glowing endorsement like, Microsoft David. This is like some text-to-speech thing. So they were quick on the
Woke World.
AI thing.
An animated.
My son was bad at boys' sports, but as a girl, he could dominate the lady leagues.
He doesn't look like he would have been bad at girl sports.
Toxically masculine, science-denying, horse dewormer-addled Joe Rogan.
Hey, it's the moderator.
So before Elon Musk was their MacGuffin, they were trying to get Joe Rogan's attention. Is that what is being revealed?
Maybe.
What the fuck? That doesn't look like Joe Rogan. That looks like
It's a
fucking
decent
chipmunk.
likeness. It's a decent.
Yeah, it looks like Joe Rogan to me. I mean, like I knew who it was before he said anything.
I mean, yeah, but this looks like a fucking deformity.
Well, I mean, to be fair.
I mean,
looks
all
like
of this.
This looks like if you had like a little guy grow out of you. That's what that looks like.
I mean, all of this looks kind of
Not
diseased.
something I can say I've experienced. So,
Synchronized.
You'll get there.
Swimming trans athlete.
That's my boy. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon.
That's why he was named Brandon.
No peepees in the girls' pool.
If you believe that girls are girls and boys are boys, text your
Oh, those are
donation
people we
to-
know.
These are decent. I mean, I can tell that this is Ron DeSantis because of the Florida behind him. But I thought the Tucker like this was pretty good.
That does not
this
look like
Tucker's
Ron
all
DeSantis
right.
at all.
I assume that's Ben Shapiro on the right. It's not a very good likeness.
The Tucker one's a good one. This one,
The
I mean,
Tucker one looks like him.
This
Ben
one,
Shapiro. It looks like you trying to make Ben Shapiro in like a
Like,
Wii
go
character
animate?
creator.
Yeah, it does look like one of those Flash MMORPGs where you
Yeah.
can create your own character. That is what it looks like.
Ron DeSantis does not look good here because like Ron DeSantis actually doesn't have that wide of a face. It's actually, I imagine it being the opposite.
Well, it depends. It depends on what their default expression is, because obviously they're swapping in mouths for the lip sync. If that's meant to be like him smiling or something, it might be at all. I'd have to.
I can
Is
only
Ron
see
DeSantis
what the
known
base
for having
drawing
small
is.
eyes?
They made him. Nope, can't say
Let's
that.
take
I
a
shouldn't
look
say
at
that.
him. Let's take a look at him. Yeah, he doesn't have like.
It's just like some
wide-
guy.
Little eyes, little eyes.
They're not. No, they're.
I mean, we do have a
Maybe it's
caricature
just 'cause of all the
artist in the
lights.
call, but like, I don't see any like defining features.
They got his hair kinda, although his hair's darker than this depicted. But I don't know. I can only tell this was Ron DeSantis because they put Florida behind him. That was the only thing.
Girls, boys.
Woke World, featuring Norm,
Wow.
There he is.
Janice,
Yes.
Chloe, Chaz, Charlie.
They're literally using some like text to speech thing. They couldn't have gone on Etsy and spent $12 to get someone to talk for them.
Why is it norm
Can you buy voice actors on Etsy?
Not Etsy. What was the word? Fiverr.
Fiverr.
On
To the
eBay.
new norm.
You go onto Etsy and get yourself a nice homemade rustic voice actor.
That's the way I use it. I like it's you know, it is the American success story, truly, though, that, you know, they're using like text to speech for their narration here in 2022, and then here in 2024 they've nailed Dave Rubin. It's either an American success story or just conservative pundits being so desperate for work that they resorted to whatever this random woke world thing is.
I mean, that's sort of always the thing. It's the reason why Ted Cruz was in Lady Ballers.
Yeah, that was a weird appearance, too, because he was, like, kind of a creep in character in that thing.
I mean, if someone cast you as yourself, would you also play a fucking sex offender?
I can't imagine Dave Rubin is that hard up at this moment, seeing as he does still have a show, I believe.
Yeah, I guess he's just really into the anti-woke thing, like you know, religiously. Like, not even just
for the
money.
love of the game.
Just...
Billy.
Yes! The way that they put it in quotation marks makes me think that they're, like, skeptical of it. Like, I know that it's literally just a quote, but the way that they put it around, like, a single word or two.
This is all a legend.
All in the Family, if Archie Bunker was the hero.
Wait, I don't think we saw the third one before.
What was the third one there?
No, it's a name I didn't recognize.
They went past it really fast.
Who is Neville Page?
Neville Page.
Looks like they're a Cyclops, according to the picture they used to show.
A British-American film and television creature and concept designer.
They're a British-American creature.
The top results I'm getting.
Hits the nail right on its politically correct head.
Famed
that
creature,
is the
Neville Page.
This is bad.
He's a judge on Face Off.
The reality show?
Oh, he's like a prop designer.
Reality show.
Who the fuck is this guy? Why does he matter?
I mean, it's any sort of notoriety, I guess they're trying to wring out of it. How'd they get? How'd they show this to Bill Maher? They had to have, like, personally approached him, I guess.
No, Bill Maher said he was
It's the same
brilliant.
quote as before. It's brilliant. He said the chick that wrote it had written brilliant stuff previously.
Yeah.
For when assuming somewhere in that kind of writing for Jay Leno and Vice and all of that other stuff that was in her.
She just did good journalism for Vice in.
Well, there were two of them, right?
2014.
There was a husband and wife, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know which
Akiva and Sophia.
which of their work they were referring to, but
I still want to hear that song.
What song are you talking about?
Looking at this now.
The song that showed it above P. Diddy in Belgium that they apparently wrote.
Ain't no party like a Diddy party.
You don't have the Belgium archive for Billboard Hot 100 at the ready?
All I know is that a song exists. All the information that's been given to me.
Very popular in Belgium. Yeah, they didn't say of his previous work. They just said brilliant.
Did he get sued for defamation?
So, if your son...
He saw this
Probably
and was like, I
not.
wasn't fucking talking about this. What?
The white guy pregnant. Would your grandkids come out black? Come out.
I will say this. It's animated worse here.
Yeah, they've learned a lot.
So is this a fucking grift? The more
Well,
I look
yes, but I mean,
the more
there's
and
more
more I
to it
look
than
at this,
that.
this feels like something left-wingers would make, trying to just get money from right-wingers.
I mean, right-wing people trying to get money from
There's
right-wingers.
random... There is... I mean, I don't believe that's what's happening, but there is random parts of it, like the D's nuts gag and the thing we saw earlier, where it feels like I'm getting trolled right now. Where it's like they're trying to do it just a gag that's such a non sequitur that it's like a parody of itself. That's not what's happening, but it's like it.
I think they're just that bad.
If I had to guess, it sort of sounds to me, based on like all of those kind of factoids about the people making it, that it is just a very like I don't know if it's actually being made by people who are necessarily that conservative. It sounds like they're just like, oh,
pandering.
Yeah, kind of like, oh, this is the sort of thing the conservatives would go for, right? And it turns out they didn't, because nobody likes this. But that's kind of what it smells like to me.
Yeah.
Like it is just kind of like these people have think they're onto a golden opportunity where they're like, oh, hey, if we just like throw a bunch of anti-woke buzzwords into a cartoon, then all the conservatives will just eat it up.
This is a weird interaction here. This looks like this reminds me. I'm sorry, I'm bringing him up again. This reminds me of Xander just like tweeting out at Jenna Ortega again and again for like attention.
Please help us.
Yeah.
We are close to ratioing CP Doge with a fart. Yes, we can. Did they just discover that was an Obama thing 15 years ago?
What was an Obama?
Please help
Yes,
us.
we can.
Oh, that, yeah.
Can we light these people on fire and see if they yell out?
I thought it was a Bob the Builder thing.
An account titled Midpoint Americana in the chat says, "What did I do to you, Drake? Huh? Don't compare me to this shit." Sorry.
I pointed that out fucking 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, that's probably the worst thing that we've said on the show.
Yeah, this wouldn't even be on the Xander brand.
So SRV, you sent another thing from this Akiva individual, Adam Carolla, President Me ad #1. So what is this? Set this up.
So yeah, it appears, and this might be a shock to you since they've made similar shows, it appears he might just be a fan of Adam Carolla, and he's made a little presidential ad of why you should be voting for Adam Carolla, likely in jest.
Let's see.
I gotta rock a Hitler mustache.
Thinks he's got what it takes to be president.
President me, the America that lives in my head.
But who is Adam Carolla?
I'm homophobic, a xenophobic, I'm a misogynistic, I hate...
I don't know how he didn't win the election with this.
Yeah, why is he not on the debate stage?
With the two people that are running right now.
Gays, I hate women, I hate everybody.
And what's his plan for America?
When I'm in charge, forget about the courts, I call an airstrike. And they'll not be smart bombs. I'm not going to waste smart bombs on dumb people.
That's pretty funny. I like this. Adam Carolla is saying some funny words here. I don't know why Akiva is just taking the content and...
Because he's cool. Adam Carolla. He needs to share how cool he is.
Is this just sampling Adam Carolla's like audiobook for this?
I think it's an ad for the audiobook. That's what it says. Adam Carolla, President Me ad. President Me seems to be the name of the thing.
Not us, Mr. Carolla.
So
Not
they have
us.
worked previously,
Authorized by concerned women,
unless
blacks,
this is
Asians, French hair
unofficial
musicians.
for some reason.
So yeah, what's kind of funny about this is... Oh, look, the comments.
Oh, they seem to have found some other people, equally...
Norm.
What's the word?
To the new Norm staff, I've jerked off to your show before.
It is the only good that's come from the new norm, is the people spamming them with I edge to you applies.
Well, that came from, what's his name? Salty DK Dan.
Yeah.
The fuck is that?
There's a word that I thought of, intrepid. There's some more intrepid people here that have followed the same rabbit hole we have, so I applaud all of you.
He started a movement, I'm proud of him.
Greg Gaming Official.
Not to derail the conversation here, but I know you were recommended a Breaking Bad scene that I was just recommended. So it's just funny to me that our recommendations are in sync. Same things are going around.
You guys got periods.
The hash brown scene.
Oh.
Because I just watched that, and then I also just after that got recommended binging with Babish, making the sauces from that scene.
Excellent.
Here we got recommended In Too Deep by Sum 41.
That is also there. Yeah.
I fucking love that song.
We got this. What is this?
Calm down.
That sounds like copyrighted music to me, Paulie.
Yeah, it's just been a bit. I've just been playing it. It's not even a joke.
down.
I just
Drake Dragsaw.
Drake Dragsaw.
Drake Dragsaw.
So,
Drake
are we done
Dragsaw.
with? Are we done with Norm for now?
Is there any more Norm?
The one thing I
content?
do remember when they were advertising John Ratzenberger was going to
Yes! What was that? That's just lying. They said they were saying that
Isn't
John
Patrick Warburton supposed to be in this?
Well, Patrick Warburton's in everything, so I would be surprised if he wasn't in that.
Warburton? What about Peace?
He doesn't have like any convictions, so he just does whatever.
Patrick Warburton when Patrick Ceasefire Burton enters the room.
When Patrick not killing kids, Burton walks in.
I guess we have this thing from Derek Savage. He's hiring a picture animator for a movie project. We have an animator in the call here, so maybe.
Ooh.
Hey guys,
I'm shocked he hasn't hired the new Norm team.
Oh god.
It's a bad decision to put yourself in front of a green screen. It's Derek Savage, someone that's so subject to being made fun of. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Why would you ever do that to yourself?
Prank him, John. Prank him.
It's Derek, and I want to tell you about the new project here.
I bet if Derek Savage rightfully, criticizes Biden for not being able to get a damn sentence out, but Derek Savage is also equally as denigrated as Biden, and he's 30 years younger than him. Like, if you notice
why does he look homeless? Like, he's just
Sort of always had that vibe.
but he's like unshaven and disheveled, and I don't know if it is, but his undershirt looks kind of like dirty and crumpled. I don't know. It's not a great look.
The shirt he's gone over it doesn't even fit him. It goes to his elbows.
Well, I think he's got the sleeves rolled up.
Oh, he's just a hard-working man.
Yeah.
I need to bring
no harder worker than Derek.
On board with it also.
I mean, he did move from Los Angeles to Nevada to Las Vegas, Nevada. It's definitely the poor man's.
That's an interesting choice.
The poor man's Los Angeles.
Couple new projects working on. Second one, literally everybody will be able to get involved with that. But on this one right
involved
here
with that
is
literally everybody.
Literally everybody. He's gonna.
That's a lot of people.
I'd like to see. I would like to see how this is gonna be. I like a lot of his, tiers for the GoFundMe's he does are like, if you pay this much, you get to be featured in my movie. It's like a reverse job where instead of getting paid to act, you pay Derek to act for his movie.
Now that you mention it, that is actually pretty funny.
I have
like that is quite a move.
Children's books.
Children's books. You don't know the word for the market you cater to?
He's slowly turning into the Swedish chef.
He's slowly turning into mush.
The Jordan's books? I'm sorry.
By the end of this video, he will be goop on the floor.
Dude, no, unironically, he actually looks like a drunk homeless man.
He's got the green screen up, though, at least.
Well, he's stretching himself thin. He has to delegate and get some animators.
I mean, my dad has this theory, which I kind of subscribe to, that there's like an inverse proportionality to how old you are and how much you need to take care of your appearance. Because it's like, he's like, look, when you're young, you can get away with being like unshaven and having messy hair, because like your youth and vitality will basically offset that, and you look normal. He said, by the time you're like 60, if you look just as unshaven and unkempt and wear crumpled clothes, you look like a derelict, like 1 foot in the grave.
Derelict
hobo.
Savage.
That's a really good point, actually.
So it's like the older you get, the neater you need to be. Otherwise, you just look so terrible.
That's the move.
And I think there is.
You're getting old.
I think there is. Well, that's the thing, because look at by the time your stubble is grey, like it's over, right? You can't be doing that. It just doesn't work anymore. It's like, you just do your hair nice, shave.
I think
iron
you
your
should.
shirt,
I think you should give up on the
actually
hair.
do up
here.
the buttons.
I think you should give up on the hair here. You can tell how thin it is already.
Yeah, I can see the green screen through it.
Like, if you start losing your hair, just shave it. Because, like, the only thing you gotta lose is your hair when you do that. If you try to desperately cling to the hair you have left, you're gonna lose your dignity. So, it's better to lose your hair than your dignity.
Fantastic.
I don't mean to
programs out
derail the conversation, but there is one New Norm Straggler post that I think is interesting.
How could we have missed it?
I feel like an idiot for asking, but what is a straggler?
Something that's, you know, kind of
It's
forgotten
something
about.
that is falling behind or has been sort of forgotten.
This show's educational.
So apparently SOV, I don't think when he initially posted the New Norm, but he said apparently the guy who made that bad anti-woke cartoon also wrote a book.
Oh, yeah.
What is it? Where
Yeah.
I can't see it.
It's all the way up at on 626.
Ooh.
The account does not appear to exist anymore that posted it, but this is the. I'll just repost the.
Oh, this is the thing that
Post
claimed
that-
that John Ratzenberger was going to be a part of it.
There he is.
Played
I'll
Cliff
repost
Clavin
the
on Fear.
Amazon link to it. It doesn't seem to be a person. It seems they have the same last
Well,
name
that-
as the people who made the show.
I will put myself in the unfortunate position of defending the New Norm on the Ratzenberger thing. If you're making any kind of pitch document for getting a show made, that kind of like pitching it as the guy we want to get for the show, like building stuff around that is not that atypical.
John
Like, obviously, they
Ratzenberger.
couldn't get John Ratzenberger because presumably he would have been in the show if they could. But that is presumably how they're, you know, this looks
What, like in the
this sort
pitch
of all
Bible?
of- well, because all of this stuff we've seen looks very much like it's, you know, it's pitch documentation. It's like to be
Yeah.
shown to someone to say, hey, here's the show we want to make. It's gonna be great. And so, yeah.
Apparently, this was in April of 2024, though. They were pretty far along. Although,
Yeah.
I guess it was still a 20-minute.
They still wanted, 20-minute episodes. That does not seem to have eventuated.
20-minute/episode animated sitcom born from a comic strip. So what is this? Underdogma. How America's enemies use our love for the underdog to trash American power. So where's the new norm here?
It's just
So
a
it's
thing.
just- Yeah, it's
that
made by
one
the
of
same
people
guy.
Let's see here.
Was his name Michael?
Yeah, I
What were
think
their
he goes
names,
by
the two people?
Akiva and Michael.
No, it's Akiva and someone else. Michael is, I think, related to them.
No,
Like
I
in the
don't
same
think
group.
so. I think he just goes by two different names.
Are we getting our wires crossed here? Did they decide that Akiva was just like too foreign of a name? He wanted to rebrand, like Aaron Paul, how his real name is
know
like
somebody with that name.
Aaron
It's not that foreign, is it?
Aaron Stuyvesant or whatever his last name was. During the height of the Iraq War, a group called the Christian Peacemaker Teams went to Baghdad to oppose the illegal occupation of. This is boring. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, he wrote a book.
He did do that, and apparently it's
Are boring.
Well, there's
apparently
no
from
bar
the
events.
description-
SRV would know. He can't read.
Apparently, from the
Exactly.
description, it's supposed to be pointing out, like, oh, if you believe this, then how come you're not doing this? Like, gays
Gotcha.
and lesbians protest those who protect gay rights, America, Israel, while championing those who outlaw and execute homosexuals, in parentheses, Palestine.
I do like that sort of diversion of, you see, gay people on Twitter, saying like, free Palestine. Like, oh, well, over there, you'd get killed. It's like, yeah, because Israel would probably drop a bomb on you. But
It's like gay people in Palestine exist. Some of them are actually out about it. Because you want to know what? Some people will just decide, I don't feel like killing them. Most people do, actually. Terrorist groups kill people, though. Or
people
states
don't
with
kill
bombs.
people.
Environmentalists focus their rage on America, even though China is the largest emitter of greenhouse gases.
That is another
That's
good
that's
whataboutism.
hypocrisy, I guess.
It's whataboutism. That's what it is. Like, let's get back to the important news, though.
Yeah,
But
breaking
what
news.
about
What about Derek Savage?
There, they can bring life to the pictures. I mean, literally make the
Pictures.
backgrounds move and everything. It's
Bring life to the pictures. It's awesome.
We are making the Kool-Aid Man.
amazing what you can do on a computer nowadays. And
it's amazing what you can do on a computer nowadays. Digital
Technology.
animation. Did you just discover
found
digital
out about
animation? Something that's been around for nearly 30 years.
He just saw Toy Story.
And
he's
what
fucking
I'm
losing
going to
it.
do is, to my knowledge, it's the first time it's ever been done, and that would be a book,
An animated
to
movie.
project.
A book to movie project. The first time it's been done.
Wow.
What?
Oh, wow,
Innovative.
That's the first time it's
That-
happened
that-
before.
That can't mean what it sounds like it means. Can you? Well, what does he say next?
No, he's
First
breaking
time
new
a
ground.
children's book has been turned into a movie.
It's not like
This man is a
one of the
genius.
most important films of all time that helped push color to the scene. One of the most important films of all time from 1939. It's not like that was based
Robin
on a
Hood.
children's book at all.
That was
Like
a,
the
that was
most
a smart
important
reference.
film of all time. Shrek was originally a children's book.
Have you
Daniel,
seen that version of Robin Hood, Paulie?
I have. I like it.
Yeah, I like it too.
Daniel,
it's a good film.
Sometimes, like, you take like these people being stupid so seriously, and it feels like you're about to blow a fucking kidney stone.
I seriously get super angry. I don't know why. It's so important to me.
I'm pretty
I
sure.
was gonna say blow
I'm
my
pretty sure
gasket.
every film Kubrick made was adapted from a book. Right? I guess 2001 was made in tandem.
That was made in tandem with a book, but there was a book. It
was
was
Strangelove a book?
Yes.
Strange
I think
Love, I
it's-
believe, was a book.
I think it's fucked up that Jurassic
it.
Park was a book first.
All right, let's see. Let's make
Why
sure
was
we're not
that- Why
taking
was
up.
that not told to me?
I don't think AI was a book.
Wait, Jurassic Park.
What
was a
AI
book?
is okay.
Yeah.
If you're considering AI to be a Kubrick film, then
Well, I mean, he started it. He started making the movie.
Started it.
It was his idea.
okay. Yes. Okay.
Was
I'll
Eyes
give
Wide?
that.
Was Eyes Wide Shut a book?
Was it a book?
I still love that title, by the way. That is just like, wow. Eyes wide shut.
It says it's
Yeah,
based on a.
1926 novella.
God damn!
All right. So let's see. Maybe we're
All
taking
right.
him out of
Anyways.
context here.
Yeah.
It's ever been done, and that would be a book to movie project. Now, usually when you hear that term, it's a novel to a feature film. Oh, here's my brand new novel. Look at this.
Wow,
Wow. Jesus.
Wow, this looks like something that Dollar Tree would pay me to take.
Second wedding?
The second coming. Oh,
Second
Lordy
what?
B, it is just
Unironically,
overwhelming.
actually,
Did it again?
get Dollar Tree books.
I mean, I've bought some books from Dollar Tree. Sometimes you find.
For some reason,
Usually
can't
they're
seem
just
to find
puzzle books,
one
but
for me.
World, but we'll talk about this later. But now, what I'm thinking is this would actually be a real book to film. I don't think that's ever been done
a
before.
children's book to a film or a picture book to a film, because both of those have been done.
Both of those have been
All
done
three of those things have happened.
many, many times.
How many movies has he seen?
10.
Has
Only
he
seen
seen
Cool Cat.
a movie?
Has he
Darius
seen?
haven't seen a movie?
I don't think I. That's a good question. Has he seen a movie?
Seen Cool Cat.
Is he talking about literally like scanning the pages and then animating that? Because even then, that's still been done. There's Watchmen, the animated comic. That's like
Yes, there is. That's true.
So like I don't.
That's what an animatic is, I think.
Well, not an animatic.
Also, that's
like,
pretty much how they. I believe that's how the old, like the '60s Spider-Man cartoon was basically the same thing.
I think this guy might be
Took
stupid.
the comics and adapted it, like traced the comics, right?
I think he might be dumb.
I just want to say, I was thinking about, does this guy kind of look like the rapper Hood Rat?
Oh, I do like that. I do know that guy.
I think
he has a
kinda looks like
similar
him.
sort of vocal inflection, at least.
Yeah.
Well, Derek Savage is his producer.
Oh, so that's
Oh,
must
he
be where
is?
he gets it from. We'll check out that after, but we gotta see.
Or if I'm wrong, hey, you let me know. But, okay, each book has 30 pages plus the cover. I'm thinking
Plus the
4
cover?
books each would be 100.
The cover will be animated.
How are you supposed to animate? Wait, go back to the pages of that book. How are you supposed to animate that into a story?
Let's see.
But okay, each book has 30.
Well,
Also, how he just said there was going to be 30 seconds for every page. That does not look like a 30-second long
Cool
scene, does it?
Cat
So how long would it take to?
happy.
Okay. I think what's going to be happening is that anytime he reads a segment, it's going to have an animated part for it. For example, Cool Cat is happy, and then shows him frolicking around a field for like 5 seconds. I love to sing that cool song.
I think
and then
you are assuming way too much effort to
I
cut away
think
to
he
another
doesn't
location
know.
and action.
I don't think he knows production, Daniel.
Yeah. Yes. Wait, hold on. Let me cook a little bit.
Okay.
Remember, it sounds like he is looking for a single animator.
Sorry.
Oh.
Based on the title of this.
It could be you, Harry.
Let's see. Cool Cat is happy. I love to sing that cool song. It has such a smooth rhythm. That's why we call it rock and roll.
What great dialogue.
You know,
Wow.
it is written in his voice. I'll give him that.
Cool Cat is finished singing, and he wants to do something different. But
Cool Cat is
but
ADHD.
but he doesn't have any ideas. What should he
He got
do?
bored with singing very quickly.
Yeah, that was a very quick song.
30 pages plus the cover. I'm thinking 4.
And what does that have to do with wrestling?
I assume that goes into wrestling. He decides he wants to be a professional wrestler after
But
he's done
that wasn't
singing.
that like the middle of the book that he opened to, though?
There's a lot of exposition to the singing.
Each book has 30
He had to
pages
give the history of wrestling so the children knew what he was talking about.
plus the cover. I'm thinking 4 books each would be 120, and you know.
So 120 pages at 30 seconds for each page. Let's do some math
Siri,
here.
what is 120 times 30?
It's like...
Isn't that 60 minutes?
360.
3,600.
Siri, what is 3,600 seconds in minutes?
That's 60 minutes.
3,600 seconds is 60 minutes.
Oh.
Why are you asking me to do this shit? Like
I mean, I already know that 30 seconds is half a minute, so you just divide 120 by 2.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Math tricks here.
Yeah, right. So a 1 hour animated film is what he's looking
A
for.
60-minute pro. I think that's because the minimum length your film needs to be to get on Tubi, because he's on Tubi, if you can believe it or not.
Why did he write it like
Is
that?
60 minutes. He's probably gonna explain that it's 60 minutes. I think Tubi it just takes anyone that just applies.
Yeah.
So that tracks.
So to lay the dialogue on it, that would bring
Honestly,
us right
I have
at
a lot of
60
1
minutes
hour
with credits. We're over 60-minute mark, and that's where we need.
He's gonna bolster the remainder
He
of
just
it with
said
credits.
it. Okay.
He's
He
gonna
literally just said we need 60 minutes.
he's gonna bolster the remaining runtime with credits.
Yeah, like I
Like-
could
like
actually
he's
see
taking the
myself
Xander approach to
putting like
filmmaking.
my 1 hour specials into like Amazon Prime Video, like my
Yeah, you can do that.
My hour and a half Billie Eilish analysis, my Animal Crossing analysis, which was also an hour long.
Play the fuck out of those.
Oh, the physical media one I think would be perfect because it's kind of like half commentary, half documentary.
I mean, I had Depravity on Amazon Prime. I took it down, but I had it on there for a bit. Like,
How much does it cost to get on Amazon Prime?
It doesn't cost
$7
anything.
million.
You just upload, and then they decide if they want it or not.
Oh, cool.
So like you can do this.
All right, I'll see if I can submit my physical media video. I think that one's more eclectic to Amazon Prime.
Eclectic to Amazon Prime.
In other words, it would be more at home.
Anyone get the
so
fuck off
eclectic
Danganronpa while
is-
you're on the show.
What?
You're playing Danganronpa on the show.
I'm literally just fucking around.
Okay.
It's a non-issue.
Let's
like,
calm
I don't
down,
have to pay
guys.
attention to the
calm
not
down.
the show, the game.
Let's calm down.
Calm down.
Calm down.
Right there.
It's barely a
You need to
game.
calm down.
We need to put the Harry
being
Gold
too
show
loud.
on Amazon Prime. I think that's where it'll flourish.
Yeah.
They would take him.
I mean, Harry does have a high enough production value that I could see.
He does have a high IQ.
I could see Harry. I could see Harry on television. This isn't me like just want to like flatter you. Like I could see your stuff as like shorts on Adult Swim.
So now he forgives you for being a dirty graffitier.
Yeah, for being a street artist.
The first one would be 4 Cool Cat books. Wow. Look at this.
Wow.
Wow. The second one
Wow.
would be another 4 Cool Cat books. Good Lord Almighty, look at that.
Can you make new things, Daniel? Not Daniel.
He really does look like a fucking crack addict.
His name's Derek, not
Cool
Daniel. I'm
Cat
sorry.
books.
Make
Look at
new
all
things,
these
Derek.
things.
These books were the things that eventually became the Cool Cat short films, which he's then been re-editing for the past 10 years into different feature-length films. Like he had one idea in 1994, and here we are.
When are we getting the 4-hour black and white cut of Cool Cat?
Why are we seeing the reboot of The Dancer?
Hey, it's going to be Charlie the Trout, baby.
Charlie finds a gun. See, that's the thing that he
Charlie the Trout,
adapted
baby.
into Cool Cat.
Rewind. I want to hear him say that again. Just listen to the way he says it.
Almighty, look at that. And the third one, hey, it's going to be Charlie the Trout, baby. We're going to be having some fun.
Charlie the Trout,
and then
baby.
The fourth one will be for
You could see that one of them was, Charlie finds a gun at the bottom of the fucking ocean. He picks it up between his little flippers and I don't know.
It really is. Charlie
Wasn't
finds
that a
gun.
Cool Cat
That is-
story?
Yeah, he adapted that to be a Cool Cat story. He has no new ideas. He's whatever the word I'm trying to say is. He's used them all up. He's exhausted his supply of ideas. Look at the twinkle in his eye right here. It's so precious.
I mean, that's the face I make when I think of Charlie the Trout.
The twinkle in his eye with like the tooth decay here. Really.
It's gonna be Charlie the Trout, baby.
Charlie the Trout, baby. We're going to be having some fun on that one. And then
Gonna be
the
having
fourth
some
one
fun.
will be for the baby.
Baby
You know,
cat.
we need to make something.
Oh, it's like the Baby Looney Tunes.
So that's
but
why
for
he
Cool
didn't
Cat.
green screen it, because he forgot that the cover to Baby Cat is entirely green.
We deserve to be happy too. At least I think so. So hey guys,
I think so.
if you can make
Could
pictures,
do
there
one,
were
though.
2 things will have to be done to these right here. First of all,
I need you animators to make pictures move.
To make that's not. Does he not know the terms for the things he's trying to even say? I guess he doesn't know production at all.
I
'cause,
I feel it's fairly self-evident that he does not.
Oh
He's
my
trying to
god,
say,
wait.
make
Bro,
the
you wanna know what
pictures
this reminds me of?
What?
It reminds me of when the Spoony one had finished his Patreon goal, where fans managed to get him to $5,000 a month, which was supposed to lead to him to making a Spoony movie. But when the announcement came through, he sounded so concerned, like, somehow you guys reached the goal. I didn't have this in mind. There's an archive of it if you want to watch it real quick. Watch Down the Rabbit Holes episode of the Spoony one.
I have seen that. That's a good video.
I love
or
Down the Rabbit Hole.
in a portrait format. We need a
So he just knows nothing about how production works.
Yeah.
Here's a book. Make it into a movie from the pictures.
Who still does stuff in 4x3 aside from really artsy
3x4. 3x4.
3x4 is the ratio of his book, and I do stuff in 4x3. Thank you very much.
Oh.
I do stuff in 4x4 with the wood. I'm a fucking
Shut up! Enough of the Will Wood. I've had enough of it.
What? I didn't say wood. I said I'm a woodworker.
You're the one who brought that up.
Okay.
Well, we're talking about Will Wood. Am I right, ladies? You know, the 4th anniversary of the normal album was July 10th. And Will Wood, he's coming out with a complete remake of the album.
He's what?
It's incredible. I was doing like the Trump hand things when I was talking about it.
It's
incredible. Billions.
I like
Will Wood. Good times on Front Street.
So what do you think he's offering for the animators here to animate this 60-minute film?
A hot dog.
Once
Subway
again, you
coupon.
said animators plural. I highly suspect this guy is trying to get one person to do the whole thing, from at least how it's titled.
He probably offered
Picture
either that
animator
or be in a Cool Cat movie.
Is picture animator like a title, like a job title?
No.
Okay, good.
I mean,
He
like
just wants an animator.
This guy clearly doesn't know, what he's talking about. To some degree, this could be useful information if he is trying to get like convey that what he literally wants you to do is like take his existing pictures and like cut them up so you can move the pieces around, right? But
they're not even complete.
There is still no such thing as a picture animator. That's not a term. That's not a thing.
If you look at the inside of it, like a lot of them don't even have like complete, you know, you can't make it into a 16
it's
by
just
9.
like a static picture of Cool Cat's face. Like, how are we supposed to make that an interesting shot?
Like this is like, how are you gonna make it a 16 by 9? Just expand the blue out, or crop it into
basically.
his chin?
How are we supposed to make that image last 30 seconds?
Well, to be fair, look, I'm gonna say this. If they managed to make an entire feature-length film of how the Grinch stole Christmas on 2 separate
It's not
occasions,
feature-length.
I'm very
Oh, you're talking
certain
about
that
the
they're
Jim Carrey one? Talking about the Jim Carrey?
gonna... both the Jim Carrey one and the...
If Jim Carrey
There's a
played
Benedict
Cool Cat, I
Cumberbatch
feel like
one.
that'd
There's a
be
new
cool.
one.
The one from the
was
60s
feature-length.
is only half an hour, and
No, that's only half an hour, but there was an animated one that just came out a few years ago.
Yeah, the one with Tyler the Creator in it.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's a.
You're a bad.
But also,
That's because
Yes, but
they
they-
a bunch of
But
bullshit.
they expanded the story
yeah, they were allowed to
in order
make
to
new
in order
images.
to turn something that was not a feature-length concept into a feature-length
I guess
concept.
The original one
whereas-
from the 60s was a half hour long, so
Yes.
in theory, he could make he's got 4 books here, right? That's like fucking. That's 2 hours, dude.
But the other one, the one from the 60s had like a plot and story and animators.
And yeah, the animators
I mean,
were allowed
that is
to
actually
draw
an
new
interesting
images if they wanted to.
That's an
Do you think you
interesting
could-
thing that you bring up, because the original one is basically like it is verbatim the original book. They even like
Yes.
animate. That is pretty interesting actually, but like they added more to it than just the still images.
By the
Yeah,
way,
it was not just like reading the book. It was obviously fleshing it out as much as needed to get it from like a small number of static pages to a thing that moves.
Yeah.
Which I suspect is more than Derek is going to be willing to pay for. But yes, that I don't see. Is the 60 minutes meant to be a single book, or is that meant to be?
That's meant to be 4
multiple
books. So it's four plots running through, I guess. It's in character with his other stuff, so real avant-garde.
I suppose if he's got multiple books, I suppose that might be achievable.
He wants to do
But then
4 books.
4 books in a single 60 minute.
Yes.
That could well, I guess I don't really know the substance of his books. I don't know. They could be way too
I mean,
short
you're
or
looking
even
at
way
them.
too long, right? I don't know.
Cool Cat is finished. I mean, there's 30 pages of these. Like this page, the pages we're seeing, this is 2 pages. He wants to make a minute out of Cool Cat is happy, and then he sings a song, and then decides he doesn't want to sing the song anymore.
He just smiles
Well, I
for a
guess
very long
sort
time.
of it depends on like if the other pages have more or less text and also are more like if there are things actually going on, because like the right hand page here, literally nothing is happening, right? He is sitting and pondering, whereas if there are actions that take longer to depict than they do to describe, that would change the length of the final thing if we care at all about fidelity to the story, and I'm not actually convinced that he does.
It's real avant-garde.
You sure about
Avant-garde,
that?
I guess. That's a new term. I'm gonna coin that one.
In fact,
Avant-garde.
I kind of wish there was.
Harry was not impressed
like,
with that. Go ahead, Daniel.
On another subject, I guess while we're still kind of on the subject of films, I do kind of wish that there was better films about like music production, because there's not that many out there, and the ones that are total dog shit.
When are we getting the Hood Rat documentary?
I was just talking about this.
Tubi.
Like the only like recent media out there that's related to the making of music, but it only touches it lightly, is The Idol, that one show at the weekend.
Yes.
And I think that's a damn shame, honestly. That's the only new media out there that's about music production.
I mean,
Wasn't
there was
Empire about music production? I never watched it. I could be wrong about that.
I think
That
it was.
TV
I
show.
think that was the one. Yeah.
Yeah, the TV show Empire.
I don't know.
I think I
never
remember
watched it.
imagery of like a vinyl record breaking associated with that show.
Oh yeah, that was like in the ads and stuff. I never actually.
Yeah.
Well, I've actually not heard of this show, actually.
I was just seeing in ads when I was trying to watch like Family Guy or something.
Didn't look
when I
like a
was
good
14.
show.
Didn't Mick Jagger produce some TV show about music production a few years ago? I can't
Probably.
remember
I
what
haven't
it was. I
watched
just
TV
know
in, like,
Mick
6
Jagger
years.
being associated with it.
These also, they deserve to be happy too. At least I think so. So hey guys,
Make the
if you can
pictures
make
move.
pictures
Like
move with two things.
it's
Make the pictures
This is
move.
emblematic of
pictures
just how
move.
ignorant he is to like the actual production of anything. Make the pictures move. That doesn't even mean anything in itself. Make the pictures move. How? Are you gonna
He wants to say animate it, but he can't really think of the word.
animating is different than
Well, it
making the
is,
pictures
but in
move.
his own brain, that's what animating is.
Things will have to be done to these right here. First of all, these are in a portrait format. We need to
Format?
change it to 16:9 for film, and I have.
It's 16:9,
I
idiot.
can't listen to this guy talk.
I say 16:9. I'm not gonna fault him for that.
Everyone does. No one cares.
No, it's more of his.
I don't say it. I don't present it as 16 times 9 though. That's an interesting way to put it.
Seen programs out there too on Twitter and everything to where
Oh, okay. I've just cracked the code. He's talking about
Oh.
those AI programs that like, you know, they take the picture and make motion out of it, like the new norm thing we saw.
Like the Vine intruder AI thing.
Yes!
Woo! Well, I know just the guy. He made a new norm.
Yeah.
That's what he's talking about. Okay, we've just cracked the code. He saw
Alright,
those
cool.
those AI, you know, those terrible AI things where they make like the picture kind of like sway about and move as if it's animated, and this was like this. We need to make this into Cool Cat.
Yes.
Wait, he wants that on Tubi?
Yep. Or not to be.
they can do it easily. I mean, it's incredible what they can do.
Now that is a question.
What I'm hoping is on these
Oh,
programs.
he did green screen eventually, I guess.
Finally! 2 minutes
He do this the whole
It's
time.
a jump scare of Cool Cat. Well, he's not a professional. He's not a
You're like,
production.
look out behind you.
No. No, he's not trying to give that air at all.
You will just be able to make the adjust or the settings, and then
Cool
drop
Cat
the
has grew
pictures in,
rapidly.
and it does its magic.
Yeah, no, Derek. There's no one that's going to be able to do this in any way that it will be watchable for presumably what you want to spend to make it. So,
Derek
sorry.
is filming this video on the
Well,
palm
he's
of Cool
definitely.
Cat's hand.
I mean, he just said like he's under the impression that it's like some kind of automated process where you just drop the pictures in, and it just kind of happens.
Yeah,
I'm
AI
sure
is
it
just
would
the
be.
magic art box.
I'm sure it would be fun to explain to him that that's not how it works. Like if you were actually hired by him, it would be fun to try and explain concepts to him.
Fun is one word for it.
I don't know if that's the word I'd use.
Yeah, he seems a very, very inexorable man.
If that's how it is, that would be fantastic. And this
Fantastic.
If that's how it
How
is.
does he not know how words work?
Listen, it's not like he's trying to present himself as someone that makes money from talking or anything.
and be done quickly right here. So hey, if you
Jump cut.
Yeah, it was a jump cut, but there was like a half second of audio where he goes.
What happened in between those two shots to make him look this disheveled?
He ripped some crystal meth. That was the inhale there.
can do this, love to
Spend some
talk
good
to
stuff.
you. The email is coolcatlovesyou
At
yahoo.com.
Website coolcatlovesyou.com. Well, hey,
should
you
go
know,
on that
Cool
game
Cat
show.
loves you, baby doll. And be sure to tell your friends if you got friends that's good with all these.
He's not good with pulling the word he wants to use. I think that's a sign of what, like dementia, right?
Really, Cat?
new programs, hey, you know, you just put something out cool. And there's 4 different projects here, so there's room for a few people now, okay? Hey, you take it easy.
When he goes on Indiegogo and begs people for money to make these short films that he never makes, right? I doubt he has the capital to fund an animated film, even if it's unwatchable AI garbage. That's still like,
I mean,
to
these
animate
people will be given
60
like
minutes of
$20.
to animate 60 minutes of content for one person. That I can't even put a number on it.
Generous. They're not going to be animating 60 minutes of stuff. They're going to be animating like 30 images.
Yeah, but that's not.
Which I mean is still work, and he doesn't understand that. But
he's so stupid. He's actually dumb. Can you make pictures move for a book to film project? Sample pictures. Let's look at the sample pictures. Sample 1. And sample 2. I have to download them. Oh, they're in PSDs. Okay.
Okay.
So I guess I'll open up my handy Photo P. What? What? It's just like 16 by 9.
Yeah.
What are they meant to make from that?
Oh, here we go. I can do
it.
it.
Are you gonna do your job, Drake? You gonna fix this?
All right.
There we go.
Now make a move. Yo.
Holy shit.
What is wrong with them?
Why is he like this?
There's a sample picture for the book. All right, guys. All right. I have 2 sizes of pictures for the book, and these are more square than the 3x4s, which will make them much easier to resize to 16 by 9. Why would you not just
resize them?
I can't with this man. It's so frustrating to see someone like masquerade as if they know what they talk. It's more frustrating when it's something that you're familiar with, even vaguely, right?
Look, Paulie, quick question.
Go ahead.
Does that image? I've just dropped something in the text channel. Does that image, the picture he's got behind him, not make it look like something out of an analog horror?
What is going on?
Oh yeah,
This
I
is
can
not
see
Scary.
it. Someone photoshopped the angel from that one analog horror, except it's.
You made it look like he has horns.
Yeah.
I could see this out of like the Walton Files or some other terrible piece of media. All right, I think that's it for today.
I think there's
we
no
learned a
more
lot
news.
today.
Yeah, well, there's plenty of news. I think I'm done. I'm done with.
I don't think anything else has happened.
I'm all normed out.
I'm all normed out.
Oh.
I wanted to congratulate you, Harry, for 100,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I got something for you. Hang on.
Congratulations.
Congrats, bro. I hope you get your play
Congratulations.
button.
What do you? Oh gosh.
All
I
right,
hope
check-
you
check
join
into
the play
stream.
button gang.
Drake's pulling his dick out again.
The anticipation.
Uh-oh.
This is gonna be the greatest gift you've ever
The only
received.
one we have.
Any predictions?
Oh no. Oh god. Oh god, I know what he's grabbing.
It's a tiny like
Not
doll
ominous at all.
of Harry.
Yeah.
It's a little me. I want you to have it.
Oh my god. Guess who's cleaning the whole house tonight?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, me.
What have you? What has he done?
He just got confetti all over the goddamn room.
That's for you,
Uh,
Harry.
Thank you, Paulie.
Yeah, if you
I
go into the
forgot
stream,
how
you can
much
show.
this all was.
Thank you
Yeah.
for your service.
Do we have?
Now, Harry, he is going to fly you out so you could clean the confetti.
Yeah, you can take the vacuum. You can take the.
It's in my food there.
You got it in the
I
food.
got it in my cinnamon twists.
Oh, that is bad. I'm looking at the stream. That is a lot.
All right, guys.
Like, eat the
Hang
cinnamon
on.
twist.
It's
Let me-
heavy gold.
I didn't
pull up the
expect
stream
it.
because I haven't actually seen any. I didn't
You
actually
go
see
to
any
the
of that.
stream and just go back like a minute.
Yep, that's a lot of confetti.
Baja Blast.
It's all over my monitor and my.
What confetti thing did you buy?
I bought it from a dollar store because it was
Heathcliff
closing.
shirt.
I had
You
the
have a
Oh, I like
fucking
the
Heathcliff shirt.
I like the Heathcliff T-shirt helmet. Is that an official piece of merchandise?
Yes, it is.
That is actually
You're
a
a
pretty.
fucking
That is
retard.
a pretty funny idea, actually, for a Heathcliff T-shirt to give him a T-shirt helmet. Not a T-shirt, a helmet that says that's. I like that. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you act like that's out of character for Mr. whatever his name was.
Mr. Cliff.
Gallagher.
No, it's not out of
podcast.
that's part of why it's great, is it's so bafflingly in character.
Drake, we literally had him on the podcast. How do you forget his name?
I know. I'm without decorum.
Oh, I just watched the confetti. Oh my god. Oh no.
I just heard it over your thing.
Huh?
All right. We're gonna end the stream now.
Okay.
Thank you guys so much.
Alrighty.
Thank
Good
you
night.
for all
My
being
poor
here.
house.
That's all,
Thank you
folks.
all.
Thanks for having me, Paulie. It's been a blast as
Oh,
always.
and the other popper also went off, just off screen.
Did it go off?
Just cause.
Oh, good.
So.
Alright, cool.
Oh, did it like explode on the floor when you hit
Yeah,
it on
it
the
did.
floor?
Yeah.
Nice.
God. Okay, so we have 2 poppers worth of confetti.
That's like a fuck ton of confetti. I don't know
It
how
is
that
so
much
much
fits in there.
confetti! I'm glad I bought food so I don't I don't have to
The
be like,
tragedy in your voice when
I'm
you
not
said that.
happy.
So much confetti.
I'm not happy with this. It was a bad decision. It's very dumb. It was the worst decision I've made.
I told you, if you ever set them off in the house, then you're cleaning the fucking house.
Okay, but I didn't. I know that I literally set one of these off before in a different video, but I forgot how much it all is.
Jamilyn, it's just too fun to not do.
Yeah.
It's all
You
over
have
my-
to understand.
It's all over
Any-
everything.
You gotta
yes.
understand, any damage that it might do is justified by the
You know there's
artistic
some that's
expression.
attached to the ceiling, right? Did you see that there's some on the ceiling?
Oh, it's on the ceiling too.
How did you... What is wrong with you?
You've got the most violent confetti thing ever.
It was very violent.
All right, it's everywhere. I'm not. Okay. I don't know.
Okay.
Usually we chill and hang out after the streams, but I mean, I don't know what I'm.
Just put them on speaker while you clean.
All right, I'm gonna shut the stream off, guys. Thank you so
Okay.
much for watching.
Thank you all for watching.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
I hope the
See
audio
y'all
listeners
soon.
enjoyed the confetti.
The confetti.
Bye.
All right.
Rick, are you still
We're
streaming?
We're offline now. We're offline now.
I can't believe you.